That's good. Okay, cool. Well, let's watch this then, and we'll see what we can find.
I'll be your commentator.
Feel free to ask me any questions, by the way, just so we can, you know, just make it a bit interactive.
Versus Toon Link. Burning's already had to play a projectile matchup earlier against Fabs. The Dutchman versus Pac-Man. Toon Link generally a lot better for one thing, but also a character who has a decent disjoint in the bottom sword, some more devastating confirms and conversions, you know, and generally a scarier neutral, I would say. But I like it from Burning, putting some shield pressure on.
So this is good so far.
Over it. I mean, all Etano Circus really could have done there is rolled, and he would have given up stage control. So it's like, I like that from Burning. Bombs out, smash.
There we go. This is where it started becoming a problem.
That's one thing about Burning is his landings are really kind of bad.
Right, you know what? I'm actually going to pause it there because that was pretty much exactly the sort of thing I say you do too much, Burning. I hope you're still here because that right there was an absolute sign of the sort of stuff that gets you bodied. So if we go back, what, here?
I mean,
so from like, from here. So what you've done is you've jumped up, you know, that's fine. You've tried to get a little bit of stage control back. But from here, you then full hop again. And given the kind of character that you use, you have then gone like this. You full hopped on top of a Toon Link who stood there. And you've done it with no like nothing to back you up. There was no gunman, there was no can, there wasn't even like one of your terrible clay pigeons to try and look after you from that one. So I don't know what you were thinking with that. I mean, maybe it was just kind of autopilot, which is understandable. A lot of us do it. Anyway, we'll talk about that one later. Sometimes people just play better than me. It's fine. But you then kind of jump forward and then you land on top of Toon Link, which is terrible. So if we'll just watch that now, and you'll see you'll basically follow this line. And then Toon Link throws the bomb at you because you've just kind of jumped at him with nothing to protect yourself. You don't have a fat disjoint like a sword character or anything to like really stop him from doing so. So he's just throwing the bomb, hit you for it. So we'll get rid of that now. So we're going to stay in Classroom actually.
I like that.
So he's hit you. Now you have decided to hold this direction. You've decided you're going that way, and you don't know what you're going to do from there. I don't know what you're thinking from there, but you've just basically given yourself up. It's like, I'm being juggled now. Just do whatever you need to. Have your way with me, sir. So and this will continue. You will hold a direction and try and space from that, but you're gonna, not gonna get a whole lot of luck, and he's just gonna keep hitting you. And what you tend to do is, if we back, so there we go. From here, you are then gonna try and land either here or here. No matter when Toon Link's on the floor, you're gonna try and land near him and then space an aerial on his shield. So you're going to do either a forward air or a back air, which yours aren't terrible, but they're certainly not good. You're then going to do those.
That's one thing about Burning is his landings are really kind of...
And he forward smashes you for it. You may not have died, but that is the story of how you get bodied. Your stuff may be safe on block, but the thing is, in those situations, you don't get to dictate what happens with the spacing. When you're in disadvantage, it is the other person. The other person is in charge. That's why it's called advantage and disadvantage, because you have the advantage because you're in charge of it more. So we're going to go back to watching now, with that in mind that once you get hit, you kind of become really easy to juggle because you just put yourself in positions where they can blow you up for it. So I think you'll find this set ended due to that.
Nearly dies to F smash there. Yeah.
So that was a good recovery.
Ways, but there's one thing he really needs to work on. It's his landing.
There we go. I mean, that was unfortunate, but Brad said in the commentary is that the landings is something you really needed to work on. So when you're doing neutral, for the most part, you're fine. As long as you can keep playing your game to, create a wall, create stuff to be scary. landing on his shield with an aerial.
Why did you come tell me? I thought you would do it, innit? He was too happy.
See, it worked there, but it, a broken clock's right 2 times a day. So when you're doing this, you are fine. Like, your situations might not work amazingly, but you're mostly okay. As soon as you're in disadvantage, like here, you're struggling. That was a good recovery because you come down. You come down from a different position.
Oh, the deepest of nares. Let's go.
Honestly, that was a good try.
Unfortunately, Toon Link has some kind of magnetic material in his hands, makes it back, but the really deep sour spot there is quite funny. Range on the F smash. I feel like Burning needs to jump a little bit less in neutral, you know?
Honestly, Brad's commentary is pretty accurate for what you should be doing.
Pretty effective with his anti-air. It's pretty on point, you know?
And this is of course it's a hard situation because Toon Link's able to camp just as hard as you are, and you've got to try and find your way in and get a kill.
He needs to take the stock off right now. Will it back throw do it from here? Not quite, no.
Yeah, that was just your recovery being bad. You couldn't do a whole lot about that, so, you know, that's fine. So, you see, I'm gonna pause it. So, just to point out, the key thing we discovered from that set is that when you're in disadvantage, you then have a really hard time landing. Your character's not the greatest at it, but you were just putting yourself in positions to get hit again and again. If all else fails, just go and grab the ledge. If that's the best thing, if you can't see a way down where they're not going to be able to move around your landing option, if they're not going to be able to find a way, if they're able to move around your landing option and just hit you again, then just retreat to a place where they can't do that and then try again. Land on a platform, do anything, but you don't want to land on top of them. Like, not a character, particularly Toon Link, who's got bomb. You can just bomb in your direction and it will cover the landing. But the thing is, while Duck Hunt isn't bad at landing, that was you. I'm sorry. This is we're learning here. That was you landing. That was you choosing to land on top of him like 4 times in a row, and you got your first stock obliterated for it.
Greatly appreciate. I'd also really appreciate someone to come in and volunteer to commentate. But
so this is fine. You're doing okay here. Like, Toon Link is good in this situation, and you're putting stuff out there. Now you were putting yourself in an iffy situation by doing these full hops.
Okay, I don't like that from Bunny. You could have quite easily just standard grab.
Yeah.
For a dash grab for no reason. Oh yeah, keeping this so the bomb blows up. Hey.
See, that was fine.
Could definitely have frame trapped into that back air. Oh, excellent. The other TO set is going to game 3. That's exactly right. Okay, Bernie got himself a decent percentage lead.
Okay.
Now, finally.
So you did it again there. You landed on top of him, and by all rights he should have punished you for it, but he flubbed his thing. See, that was nice.
And I think after this set I might give it a shout and see if anyone wants to volunteer to commentate. I did so earlier, but some guy just kind of got up here and literally said nothing and then walked away. So not the greatest success rate on that so far, but it's fine. I have faith still. I will not let this deter me. Oh, back in the can, nice. Oh, he could have not fed that, man. Come on.
See, this is all right. Like, when your punish game works, when you're advantage state, you're doing stuff at the right timings. It's great. But then you landed on top of him again, and he hit you for it.
It gets you to a position where you can press B and have the can come back in towards you. Something happens. Okay, reads that roll. Nicely done by Alex.
See, this is nice. See, I want you to watch this in particular and realise that you're not as bad at this game as you may think you are. Because your neutral play here is pretty damn good, all things considered. See, that was nice. That was nice. Like, you did a good job recovering there. That was rare footage. That was footage of you being better at disadvantage state. That, sometimes it happens. Like, that's not something I would fault you for. That's like just a mix-up, and he got it right. But there you go, here it comes. Here it comes again. You landed on top of him twice. You're going to land on top of him again, and again, and you're going to try and do it again. You're going to do it again. And then you went aggressive again. There was, I believe, 4 straight offensive attempts. 4. And you got blown up all 4 times. Now I can understand doing it once in that situation, because sometimes you just want to, because it is an option. Sometimes just throwing out the attack to try and stop their momentum, and if they're ready for it, then you know they're ready for it. But it's like a mix up between going offensive or going defensive. But we're gonna count this actually. Where is it? So it's like here. So he hits you. Landing on top of him again. Right now. He's moved out of the way because he knows you're going to do it. And he's hit you again. That's 1. You're now going to jump. And now you're going to hit him. Try and hit him again. And this one's actually going to work. But he's still got the advantage because he's got items out on the field. And he hits you again. You then try and land on top of him again. I'm losing track of where the camera is. Now you try and attack him again. And because you're in disadvantage, you don't get to dictate this. So now here comes the 4th attempt. He sent you off stage. That was wait. There's more. Oh, you know I'm not even gonna count that up here because that was just a follow-up juggle. So we're still 4. We're still 4. So you've tried to attack him, and he's just grabbed you. If Toon Link grabs you in like a situation like that, that's kind of when you know that he's kind of knows what you're gonna do. And then the last one. You come up, you burn your double jump off stage to try and hit him because you're scared he's going to come off. But he knows you're going to be aggressive again. So that makes it 5. And he just down airs you. And you were playing that first stock really well. Honestly, I want you to watch that first stock. And because you came and said in the chat right afterwards that, oh man, I got bodied. I'm so bad. It's like, you're doing fine. You were going even with Itana, who is, well, you know, is a strong player. Like he's not like a top player in the UK, but he's not a bad player. He's certainly got some strength to him. He's got some good wins. He's beat DX before. He's beat me before. He's beat assorted decent players before. And you were doing well in a match which you probably lose. But the problem came from the fact that as soon as you got hit for the first time that stock, you were just aggressive every single time and he blew you up for it. That is the key thing you need to work on. Because when I watch you play, you do the same thing. Your neutral is alright. Your disadvantaged state is shocking. That is the thing that's holding you back free. If you work on just thinking, okay, I've got hit. I can do different things here. We'll go back to when you first got hit here. Wait, so you've got to find it. There. So he's hit you here. And you know what, you're kind of low percentage. So I can respect going for the aggressive option here, but you could just land and shield. Actually, I forgot you double jumped there. So that jump just made your option even more predictable. I hope you're still listening, by the way. I haven't looked at the chat because it's on my phone and my phone's locked because I'm a clown, but you've jumped and you've basically burned one option that you now can't get back until you hit the floor again, and you've moved towards him. That's pretty much saying I am coming for you. That's the in-game equivalent of I need to drop that there. It's the in-game equivalent of running at someone with an axe in your hand going ah for like 5 seconds before they punt you in the gut because you're just too busy running at them. This is what the term telegraphed means. Like, someone has seen the delivery guy walk all the way up over the horizon with this option. He's seen it coming. And he's responded accordingly by picking it up, reading it, and then choosing an option to cover it. You've given him a full second to see what you're going to do and react to it. And now I believe you come in and attack him again. Yeah, you double jump and attack him again. Admittedly, this one hits. So I'm not saying never do this. But that is a thing you've done. And Jackster, I will add that to my queue. That is where the problem lies. You know, I can't say a whole lot more than this. It's like aggressive option. It hits, but now you're off. Yeah, admittedly, while that was just a juggle situation, you did just try and land on top of him with a nair in a situation where it wasn't an option. Aggressive option, aggressive option, aggressive option. If at any point during that situation you decided to land and shield or just move away, you may have still gotten punished, but he wouldn't have gotten punished 5 or 6 times in a row like you did there. If you just spend some time, like you can even go in for glory, like even they will help you out with this unless it's like a for glory link. You'll be able to sit down and you'll be able to get hit and be like, huh, I've got hit. I should rendezvous. Change your tag in game to rendezvous. Set that as your thing, because you can then rendezvous back. You know, recollect yourself and start again. Because that's where Duck Hunt's strong, is in neutral. That's where their character is at their best. Now, admittedly, your punish game as well needs a little bit of work because you missed a lot of conversions which you shouldn't. But that comes with time, and you can't. That's just got to come with learning. You know, that's got to come with experience and stuff, like getting a feel for stuff. That will happen, but this is something you've definitely got to put your mind to and remember as you play. Anyway, that's all I can give you for that one. I have another. Right, Super Gamer sent me a clip. Hang on. Let me watch Super's clip.
Not to get
Right. So he wants to see where he's done what he's done wrong here. Let's see what Super's given me. If people want to see more streams like this, by the way, let me know. If you like this sort of thing, I'll be able to do this. I might make it a regular thing for Tuesday nights and do it on the DAT team stream or something. Right, anyway, let's give this a watch. So, Super is a player who we've all seen has improved a good amount. But yeah.
caught by anything too close to the ledge or too far up high, because then that's Bayoneta's game. That is game over.
Yeah,
but if he can keep this distance,
this is the thing. It's also that if Al's, I was about to say if Al does
nice.
this thing. If Al kind of stays in on Super, it really puts pressure on him to actually throw out any projectiles. Tooley's disadvantage state is actually pretty trash, as was that DI. But
oh yeah, he's not wrong there. The DI was pretty bad.
So kind of,
Let me just turn this
keep
down
within
a little bit.
range of Toolink, just to kind of force the
So this is your standard Super gameplay where he's like just standing there and doing not a whole lot.
To forward throw. Come on, we just.
he's throwing arrows in different areas. It's mind games, mind games.
Yeah,
But to be
am I
fair,
going to die here? Am I Bayo?
this is close to a kill.
Yes, guys. Oh, no tricks.
Jeez. To be fair, I thought he was just gonna just straight up smash.
Ah.
But I think he was already just throwing the.
Oh,
Alright, that was nice. That was nice.
Okay. Up air.
Jeez.
Super showing us why he's in
Super
grand
took
final.
a stock. Slow down.
Alright, first things first. Let's sort out this commentary, please, lads. Because, Jesus, I might turn down the sound on this a little bit, actually, because my ears.
Oh, tricks. Nope.
Hey. Oh, that with inside.
Alright, nice,
Oh,
nice.
No, we're getting combos that he gets on fast forwarders. Bayoneta's just that bit too big. Gets caught by the. Oh.
I was gonna say, Super's keeping this close.
Yeah. No, this is real.
He's able to
This
get
is
his
40-40.
he's able to get his projectile on. Oh,
The throw doesn't lead into much. I think there's still a 50-50 or more reads that has to go.
So you're certainly not playing this one bad, Super.
Forward throw kills too.
Get bombed.
Okay,
Up smash.
okay.
Let's go. Oh,
What are you doing?
Raw up bees.
And as you.
No. Can't counter man up. Right, don't get killed by back air again. That's the. No.
No, he's
no,
alright.
he has
He's
a
got the
jump.
bomb. He's got the bomb.
Yeah, he's got bomb, a jump, and he could have done himself with the bomb.
And he's nearly got first game at this rate. However, See, that's quite good. Super's keeping out of the range where his projectiles can go. Which time? What was that from Al, baby? Al, please, it's game one.
Within.
It's game 1. Come on.
Is he looking for the bonk confirm? I think that's what he's looking for.
Nice weak hit and back air. Oh no! Oh,
Technos! Jeez.
Super proving he's not fraud.
Nada. He's in the final for a reason.
He is.
Oh, jeez.
You're back air. Oh no.
Oh no, we're living. Oh, he jumped through the. Oh, okay. Quick telegraph.
There's a bomb.
Oh, and he got himself back in neutral.
Up smash is gonna.
All right.
Back air is Owl Baby's kill confirmed.
Oh, that's so shrill. Oh man, that's so shrill. Right. So. Oh, I've got to get it off that screen. Right.
Really good combo. Owl Baby's.
So I'll pause it on that. So when I'm watching it, Super, like I know this is what probably game one of 3. But what I can see is that as you were when I've seen you play, is that you're super focused on just throwing stuff at people. It's like if a For Glory Link player like improved their fundamentals a ton, because that's essentially what you've done. You're staying grounded, which is good, by the way. Want to point out that that's good. That you're pretty much just deciding to throw bombs and boomerangs and all that stuff, and see how it works, and just try and work off that. Your confirmation off of your bombs and boomerangs needs a little bit of work. Like sometimes you get the conversion and you think, oh, this is going to work now, but it seems there's a lot of times where you're throwing something at them, and you're not even looking to see if it's going to hit. You're just throwing another projectile before you've even got any idea if it's going to confirm or not. So work on that a little bit. But also, if you're too focused on throwing shit, fuck it, it's my stream, not a professional stream. If you're too focused on throwing shit at them, they're just going to jump over it. And that's what happened right at the end there in that game.
And he got himself back in neutral.
Up smash is gonna.
There. You see it? I've gone a bit too far back.
There's a bomb.
Right. Right after. Right. So what's gonna happen is you are too close to throw a projectile at this point. If we go into the classroom, you're here, she's there. You are too close to throw the projectile, because in that range there, you can be hit. Like they can come and punish your projectile. So you need to be incredibly aware of the fact that they're throwing a projectile. Not only that, but Bayonet has just witch timed, and I don't know whether you know, but witch time is essentially invulnerable for about a second, 2 seconds after they do a witch time, which is really irritating. But you need to know that. So basically, anything you did there couldn't hit her. So your best option was just kind of to move, stay in shield or something. But instead you throw another projectile. You throw a projectile, and because you're staying grounded like a good boy, it's going to go this way. Like the best you're going to get for an angle is like that. But Bayonetta can just kind of do that and hop over it with a short hop and hit you, which is how a lot of these characters get around your projectiles and punish you. I have to stay grounded and shield because Ike's bad. But if they've got any sort of decent mobility, they can just hop over it, and that is exactly what happens, as you will see when I play the video.
Oh.
Back air is Owl Baby's kill confirmed for this game.
And it goes pretty much exactly that way. So I would like to. I'm going to mute that while I'm talking. So I'm assuming you're still here, Super. Make sure you let me know if that makes sense to you. Because you were playing it solid. Like, that's good play. You lost, but that was solid play. So I wouldn't be too upset about that.
Right.
I said, let's watch this game.
Game 2.
Because game 1 was good. Game 1 was good.
Okay. Right, Super just needs to win 6 more No, to be fair, he's got to reset the bracket.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is the thing. And all this time, both players will be adapting to one another, and it's about who can kind of implement those.
So so this is solid. This is solid. You missed the confirm there, but that's fine. But you see, you're throwing projectiles.
What he's going to do,
but you're not really thinking about what you. It doesn't look like you're really thinking about what he's doing.
Space in between them. Again,
like, you're not looking at the space he's occupying.
But he's not really been been able to hit any as of late. Ooh, nice neutral air coming out there. Surprised the boomerang didn't get punished. Ooh,
So like he was on the platform. He was never going to get hit by that first boomerang you did there.
No. In terms of sound.
Right, let me just rewind real quick. So
You have to learn.
you're now quite close to him. Yeah. So if you look at it, you'll see that you're probably a bit close. He can probably punish it, but you throw a boomerang, I think, anyway, or a bomb, and he heel slides you, which is what heel slide is for. Heel slide is essentially to get past projectiles.
And there is no Toon Link
yeah.
anywhere. No.
So he just heel slides through you. So you're throwing stuff a bit too close to him. You need to look at it and realize. Sorry, you need to look at it and realize that he's too close for you to do that, and just to realize that you either want to try and space something on his shield, like you can Zair in that sort of situation. It's pretty good at that mid range where bombs and boomerangs aren't quite good enough, but you're still not in range with the sword. So make sure you work that into your game, because I don't think I've seen you Zair at all. Anyway, let's just keep watching.
In terms of south.
Oh no! Oh no! Not like this. Oh, the dream is nearly dead.
Oh no, but he's living. That's all you need. No, he's living.
Dream's still on.
Can't count it till it's done. That's a cheeky backhander. Does a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, very nice. That's going out there.
Okay.
Oh, that was risky.
Grab him.
Now we both know that wasn't a hard read.
So
that was a very brave move that did pay off.
So these projectiles are actually better than what I was saying. Like you've kind of taken into account the range thing, and never mind. You threw a boomerang at point blank. Yeah, no, that you all died there because you threw the boomerang at point blank range. So I'll probably watch another game and then we can work from there, because this is I can pretty much see what you need to work on right here.
Super's doing really well at kind of like, I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but he's kind of spacing around Bayo's kind of dash attacks and side Bs and whatnot. Yeah. And unfortunately, he just throws a boomerang and like right in Bayo's face. So it leads me to believe that, you know, he's getting the spacing down. Oh, and this could be.
That's the first counter landed though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair.
Now, as you can see, Owl has realised that you're mostly that you're gonna keep throwing projectiles even when he's too close. So he's just gonna, yeah.
Oh dear.
You know, I don't.
Yeah, no, Owl's realised, and you'll see it if you watch the second. I'm gonna let you watch the third game on your own and see if you can analyse it yourself, because I think that's a good task. By the way, Jaxie, if you're still watching, make sure you DM that to me on Discord or something so I can watch it. But I'm going to let you watch the third game for yourself, because Owl has noticed from this point onwards that you are throwing stuff too close and you're going to get killed for it. Let's go back and we find the bit where you died the first time, and then I'll move on to the next VOD I've got. By the way, if people want to, send me VODs on Discord and I'll work from there. Yeah, so that's the clip exactly there. So we're going into we'll go into the classroom.
Nice
so
tech chase, not quite.
So he is way close to you again. So you're like there, and he's like here, and you're gonna throw a boomerang with that much range, when he has all the time. When you know it's not a fast startup move, your boomerang. He has time to come up and punish you before, or like come up and shield it and then punish it afterwards. And that's what happens. He runs up and grabs you, and now you've got to try and land, and you're not going to get the opportunity.
He's like outranging a lot of like, oh dear.
Back air is the kill.
Because you put yourself in that situation. So that's that VOD done. I've got to go and try and find Jaxter's one now. Right. Actually, did they send it to me on Discord? He did not, damn it. So it's PHBTT3MED_M. I'm assuming this is going to give me the right VOD. I hope Maynard didn't just die. Oh, screw it. Oh, fine. I'll go on Facebook and find it myself. Oh, is Burning's gonna save the day for me? Oh, there we go. Wow, this is an. No, you're not. Oh, I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this. Alright, well, stream, you will get to watch one of the greatest VODs of all time. Because this is a real piss take. So, do you want to see the greatest SD ever? Because this is what Jackster does here. And I'm going to turn the sound right up just so you can hear it. I'm going to mute my microphone because you don't even need to hear me. This is, you know, a couple more percent and, you know, a limit cross dash could do it here. Yeah, limit cross dash could definitely do this now for Jackster. Momo trying to. Oh, jeez. Jackson, what are you doing?
Oh, contact.
No, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. That set is just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, the best part about it was Jackster fell over after the set. Like, he fell off the chair because he's a gym and was just an absolute scrub. And you just got him going, no, no, on the floor, like scooting himself along like a dog. And I'm like, dude, what happened? And I couldn't believe what occurred, man. It was a special moment, and it was like the first VOD we ever got as well. Like, the amount of views this thing's got, 1.5K on our PogChamp videos. Like, the videos, let's see what we got on the rest of them, sort by most popular. Look, it's got, look at the next biggest VOD, it's got 50 views, it's got 1.5 thousand. It's come a long way, folks. That guy came 5th at AMS at DBZ. In what was honestly quite a stacked DBZ. Well, someone send me some VODs, I guess. Oh, Baron send me something. Alright then. Nicely timed.
Wider
Right. Is this
aerial coverage, and I
right? Let's take a look at this then. So this is the first game. I'm just gonna watch this because I didn't actually get to watch this on Saturday.
feel like this stage really benefits Corin in this matchup.
Just allow her to juggle so easy.
So Zone's SDI was pretty good there.
Holding center stage, if Corin sits in the middle of all three platforms and you're in disadvantage, you've got to land somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, which makes it even harder.
Yeah, you've got to land, means you've either got to time an air dodge and air dodge into a platform, you've got to hit the platform and shield immediately, because that nair is just, that nair, back air and fair are going to cover so much, and up air, don't forget. Up. Wow.
He still has his jump, that's it.
Yeah, good recovery.
And the triple jump.
Out of panic there.
He is the triple jump finish there.
Both players just opting just to press nothing there.
Pulled out, just didn't click anything. Just said, I don't have patience, I have to pin it. Wow, the reverse hit.
I didn't know it did that much knockback.
Yeah,
oh wow, that's death.
That's death. That's fine. He caught his jump and just deserves to die there.
That was actually woke.
Yeah,
that was
very, very woke.
That was super woke. And the thing is, he B reversed it, so it sent him out the opposite direction.
Exactly.
That was. I thought that was. I didn't think that was intended. And then when I realised he B reversed it,
this pretty good.
That is so.
I suppose he has probably played you a good deal.
Oh wow, that might have been tip a pin o'clock.
Oh, he should have definitely reacted to that now. Okay, there, his up smash.
So you're committing quite a lot, like in places where pin's a threat. A lot of people do that versus Corin because Corin's like the only character that can punish with like anything dangerous.
Oh, that is such a disrespectful read.
He should have died there. Like real talk.
That was almost a clean conversion.
Really good drift there from Zone.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
So that was a bad dive kick because you're trying to get away, but he's still in range because pin's got mad range.
Yeah. And
that was interesting.
Alright, that's a nice recovery.
The ledge.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can't
so
fault
going
that.
to start watching out for random pop off witch time. I don't know what Baron's going for there.
That time
messing with Corrin's recovery is not the best idea.
Well, her head is actually exposed.
So you should have got pinned there, but Bayo's got
during the beginning frames.
wait, like there. Yeah, so that was a commitment. I understand what you're going for, but you're still committing a lot in range with pins terrifying. And there was another one which you just
one
missed.
good hit away from putting Zone down in this pool.
Yeah, definitely.
Meaning Zone may go through as a second or even third seed, which would be an upset. Alright, Daisy.
Combo.
Zone is very good when it comes to disadvantage state. Like, unlike some people, he is very, very good. He can bring it back with a couple of pins.
And misspaced that pin on the ledge there and left himself exposed, however.
Tries to pull out after banner kick control. Or just to cover.
Oh, wow, that was actually really woke from Zone. Just emptied hops.
That's a back air sweet spot, but I won't take it.
That's just Battlefield, letting him live there.
Opting just to go for the grab at the ledge, letting Zone roll through for free. Not quite on reaction though.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good guess. Sitting on the platform, trying to falling back air you. That's what we're talking about, that slow neutral.
Yeah, definitely.
Zone has definitely brought this one right back. Getting sharp through the ledge.
Oh, he called out the back air. So that was a good read.
At what percent does like up throw start killing?
Around 120
Gonna
on light
pin you.
characters. What with this rage? Yeah, definitely.
It's about up throw o'clock.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out that you committed in a bad place and pinned you for
Pretty
it.
good on Baron.
Yeah.
Oh
wow!
He caught him.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
delete
exactly what
toss.
happened.
That was nasty.
He called that roll out as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me just put this thing back on. Right, so key thing that occurred there, in my opinion, was the fact that you were committing and you were basically not respecting the Corrin's space coverage. Corrin is a character that a lot of people get tripped up by, and I'm mostly okay against unless they actually know how to edge guard Ether, in which case I just get fucked. I've only ever lost to one Corrin in my life though, and I've played a lot of Corrin because I live in the UK. So the comeback mostly came from the fact that you were obviously, you were reaching to try and land this kill because he's at a high ass percent and you want him dead. But the fact is that Corrin as a character has so much space coverage. We'll take like a regular position.
Sharp through the ledge.
That was a good point to let's see.
Oh, he pulled out the back.
We're not going to get to another point where I'm looking at actually. We'll go back here.
Opting just to go for the grab at the ledge, letting Zone roll.
There, that's a good moment. So let's see.
Opting just to go for the grab at the ledge.
Yeah, so you're on the platform currently. We'll go into classroom for this one. So you are on the platform. You are here. This is already a bad spot against Corrin. So I'm going to use a different color for this. Actually, I'm going to use red because Corrin is just a danger. Where the character is, even in shield, they are absolutely terrifying because they're able to pin out of shield, which covers all of this. And they've also got fantastic aerials in there and up air, which just makes all of this area just a cone of death. That's a terrible cone. I'm going to undo that. How do I erase? Okay, I can't erase. Well, you know what? I'm just going to have to try it again. So it covers all of this space. And this here is a big old cone of death. So like that's even bigger than that, really. More like that. So when you're in a situation where you're in one of these red areas that I've painted, you kind of have to just accept it. That you're struggling. You are officially in a disadvantaged state when you're in that position. And you kind of want to wait for what they're going to do. Now, against Corrin, waiting in shield there is perfectly acceptable. And if you want to know why, it's because of the in-game rock, paper, scissors that we all know about. It's shield, attack, and grab. Grabs beat shield, shields beat attacks, and attacks beat grabs. That's the rule. That's how most fighting games have something like that, and it's what allows for most mind games and stuff to be played. Because you're on a platform, Corrin can't grab you. Now, if you play a game of rock, paper, scissors, where the opponent can't play paper, then surely rock is always the best option. Because even if they pick rock themselves, it's just a stalemate. And if they pick scissors, you win. In this situation, winning doesn't mean getting a punish. So if I translate this over, to use a situation of paper is grab, shield, rock is block, and scissors is attack. It kind of works. So in this situation, you don't want to, you're okay to sit in shield. He can't grab you. Like, he can pressure your shield with a bite if he tries to go for it. But if you're going to sit in shield, he kind of can't do a whole lot to you. And because of that, you can, if you sit in shield where you are, if you're just here and you're going to sit in bright green and you're going to be like, no, I'm just going to stay here. Corrin can't really do a whole lot. He might try and attack you. Maybe he'll wait underneath you some more. More often than not, and I'm actually bad for this because I'll wait and shield too much on the platforms. But it's a safe option against most of the cast. So if you just wait there and shield, he's got to do something eventually. He'll either move away, or he'll show a bit of his hand, like just the corner of the cards in his hand, saying, "I'm looking this way." Like, he stays in shield here. I believe he stays in shield and just nares as soon as he sees you move.
Just letting zone roll through.
Yeah. So he sees you move and just like, okay, I can cover that because you're now way above me. Let me move back like a tiny, tiny bit.
Go for the grab at the ledge, letting zone.
Yeah, so you're gone above him, and we'll pretend he's still in shield here. You've come down here, and he's like, well, I can cover that. I've got in there. Or he could have up-aired, he could have up-smashed. So he's just gone, and covered this enormous area with his sword. And then you've got a hit. And now, admittedly, you only took like 6-7%. But now you're in disadvantage again. And I believe he gets more damage off it.
Roll through for free. Not quite on reaction though. Yeah.
Alright, so he didn't actually get a whole lot off that, but the point was that he covered your option. So I feel like waiting, you need to wait a bit more because you're a very buttonsy player. I believe he pinned you right after this, actually.
Sitting on the platform, trying.
Zone himself is quite good at waiting. He'll wait to see the option come out, wait to see where they've left their point open. I feel like if you could learn quite a lot from that kind of play style, because like I said, Baron, you press a lot of buttons. It gives yourself a lot of situations where you can kind of get burned. And I know with Bayo, you need to take the punishes when they're there, like right away. But when you're in a situation where you're not in advantage or neutral, you definitely want to be a little bit more patient. Wait to see where the opening is before making the action. Beyond that, like, there wasn't a whole lot wrong, but most of Zone's comeback was just him being really patient, abusing the fact that you as Bayonetta can't really kill with a grab. So he was just kind of wait. It's like it's fine. It's fine if you do space this back air on my shield. It's fine if you fire bullets at me. It's not gonna hurt me. And that's pretty much how he made that comeback. You go back and watch that VOD and you realise he's just waiting for you to make mistakes and then punishing them. And eventually you make a big enough mistake for him to pin it, and we all know pin's broken. So did you want me to watch the next video? Or is that the only one you wanted? Because I can watch more. I can watch the next game if you want. I thought this was the only bit you wanted to see. Just let me know in either Twitch chat or... No, that was the one? Okay. Right, so I don't have any other VODs right now to show that have like people wanting me to watch them. I don't think, unless someone said in the chat. Let me just check. Alright. Nothing there. Yeah, I'll do the next one because there's no queue. Let's give it a watch then. Wait, no, I just closed it.
Wider aerial coverage, and I feel like this stage really benefits.
There we go. We'll go watch the next one.
Oh, nasty!
He called.
Yeah. Oh, they go to Smash Bros. This is a classic pick.
No, let's give this a watch then.
Go to.
3, 2, 1, go!
So
Wait, Crispy, where was the VOD? Was it a Meltdown or was it a DBZ? Oh, a Weekend. It's from DBZ then. That should be online. I should be able to look at it just through private DAT stuff. I'll take a look after this.
Yeah,
start off.
Walking into each other. That was pretty good. I like that.
Not. Oh well. Staying
So yeah,
super far away
so
with Zone.
zone's waiting in shield a lot, and you finally left yourself open. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause that. I'm gonna go back real quick because that was a perfect example of what I was saying about. So watch this. He's waiting in shield for you right now. He sees right. Baron is doing stuff. He is pressing buttons at me, so I'm gonna stay in shield because he wants a hit, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're just trying to hit him. You're swinging for him, and he's just got the block up. And eventually, you commit in a place where he can punish. Here.
Staying super far away with Zone.
There we go. Right there. Can I back up just a tiny bit?
Far away with Zone.
There, you missed. You missed. He saw it, and he was like, hang on, I have a broken move which can do that. So, he did it. And you got hit. That pretty much shows the whole point of what I was saying. It was like just waiting for you to make a commitment.
That which time.
And you've taken a lot of damage for that as well.
That back air is so tilting. The fact that someone can walk up to you, do it on your shield, and just be safe. That was a really good call out. Just unfortunate on the timing. That down B would have sent Corrin into that down air. Sorry, would have sent Corrin into quite a nasty situation.
Zone's SDI is actually pretty good.
Frame 4 and practically invulnerable.
Yeah.
Like you're not beating its hitboxes.
No.
Yeah, bad down air. He just pins it. As Corrin, all you need to do is wait and pin it.
Has he been stuck?
Like, completely safe. You should not be shield grabbing that.
That's that's a common bait, by the way. That back air on block. Almost every Corrin does it. Frog does it like all the time, where they back air your shield and they just pin back the other way. Because if you do anything, it's gonna hit you. Like no matter what you do, if you do anything, it's gonna hit you. So just be wary of that.
Way too much shield pushback.
Absolutely. So what a lot once you know that somebody's conditioned to try and do that. Well, not so much conditioned, but they don't know or can't break the muscle memory not to do that.
Yeah.
You can then start hard punishing people's options.
Well,
and
that
is going to be a bad SD on Baron's part.
Don't know what you're supposed to do there.
A serious deficit at a character who can just steamroll him.
Yeah. Like knowing Zone, you can take this in a couple of pins. There's a bunch of
See, there you should have been able to punish that. You could have down tilted that out of shield.
It's not fun to play against.
Same here.
Actually, it's fun to. I feel like that's disrespectful. It's fun.
But like, you know, it's very, very lethal.
Yeah. Because everything with Corrin is very non-committal. Against Bayonetta, that
could be death. Oh no, he was not in position. He was not in position. Unfortunately.
Work on those punishes, man.
The witch time, but he just wasn't ready to react to the situation.
Like if all else fails, just witch twist it.
Anyway.
That was nice.
Throwing out a lot of specials.
Yeah. He could get lapped. He's been ledge dropped.
Yeah, see, that was good by Zone. He was waiting for you there. Just waiting for you to pick an option and then punished accordingly.
So stepping away to outspace the afterburner kick, and then dash cancelling back to get the grab. And it's putting
again,
in
punishing
so
a whiffed
many
option.
unfavorable situations.
Wow. That would be, no. He was in a position actually, in the part of the pin where he was getting hit.
Oh wow, he's just done it again. Does he still have his jump?
See, that was really nice. I appreciate that. That was you seeing his option being like, wrong place.
You can reverse it and I'll take your stuff. Like, if you decide to jump early, let me die.
Yeah, you're dead.
It's probably a sign, and that is going to be...
So, what I'm going to say, because anyone who knows the Bayonetta matchup is just going to wait all day. Just going to keep waiting for you to do things. Eventually going to be like, I can do something about that, and then hit you for it. Corrin in particular, I think Corrin goes even in this matchup, because pin is such a good tool for doing exactly what you need to in the Bayonetta matchup. So, you just pin it. You can just pin the options, and it's really broken. I really hate it, because it means I'm not allowed to press anything as Ike. But, yeah, I mean, in that situation where you know they're going to wait, you have to, even though your grabs aren't good, you have to do it. Like, you can up throw, and then you can kind of do mix-ups off there. But people panic once they get hit by Bayo, and they get put in a situation like, oh, they can start their bullshit from here. So all I'd say is, like, rather than looking to land these hits, because, like, I'm sure somewhere deep down in your head you think, well, there's no point in me grabbing. The reward for it's small. But no matter who you are, even if you're Fox, who actually has nothing off his grabs ever, you still got to grab, just to let them know that you know they're shielding all the time. But yeah, that's it, Baron. Just grab more. Like when you know they're waiting, because you got to look at a defensive player like a it's like a puzzle. You've got to open up. Well, I suppose like you got to crack the egg. Got to work your way around the shield, and you've got to eventually crack them open. And if they're just staying in shield, you just keep grabbing them. Because even if you're not got anything guaranteed off it, you can still push advantage. Cheers, burning. I'll fix that. Right, let's go find Crispy's VOD then. Jesus, we have loads of VODs on here. Right, meltdown. Wait, where's Blast Zone? There we go. Doubles. Burning, when you do these, you got to make sure they go up in the right order, fam. Right, it's Willy, isn't it? You're playing against that one. So what part, Crispy? Is there any particular part you need to watch, or is it just anything?
Speed.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna be back in just a moment. I need to just sort something out real quick. Just don't go anywhere. Better just put it on this real quick. Right, I am back. So let's give this set a watch, shall we? You already know. Yeah, it's on the 16th of December, Burning. If you could fix that for me, that would be great. So this is kind of. Let me just fix that camera. There we go. It's too zoomed in. I need to get one that zooms out a bit further. Yeah. So we all know I hate Diddy anyway. So it's going to be a little bit biased. But we'll see what happens. I already think this matchup is AIDS for MK. Because you have to just wait constantly because you can't actually punish anything Diddy does.
In the seat when the game starts.
Right.
Okay. They're doing bans at the moment. Did you see who won Rock, Paper, Scissors?
I didn't actually, but
Okay.
it looks
Oh,
like they're going to
important tech, Airfire. Who won Rock, Paper, Scissors?
I'm not sure on this one.
I feel like that's like a relatively like neutral pick, I think.
Crispy's not got the right skin.
Maybe this is the like, either I'm going to try hard or like I'm just warming up skin. Like he'll swap after.
Yeah.
No, it's a colour count because when Battlefield goes dark, you can't see.
Hang on, 1 second.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, whatever it was. Right.
Oh.
Joking. Imagine if it was that.
Hang on, what did I
FD?
miss?
I wonder if.
Either I'm going to try hard or like I'm just warming up skin. Like he'll swap after.
Yeah.
No, it's a color count because when Battlefield goes dark, you can't see it.
Oh.
I'm joking. Imagine if it was that.
What about on FD? I wonder if that actually works on FD.
That man's invisible. Doesn't even need a dimensional cape. He's just invisible.
What? How did that still jab block? He didn't get the drag down.
That's crazy.
He
Okay.
clearly did get the drag
Okay.
down.
Nice grabbing the banana.
Whatever.
Nice.
So Willie's playing the matchup kind of correctly at the moment.
Stock here. Just walling Crispy out.
Yeah, I feel like Crispy, like he feels like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I really.
Right, so that entire stock was pretty much just why did he beat MK. I mean, you could still do something about it, but it was essentially you were trying to approach, and he was just stuffing it because Diddy's got dumb hitboxes and footsies. You were like going for a dash attack or something, and he was just throwing a banana at you. This is the issue with MK, is that, or like in this matchup anyway, is that banana just beats everything. You just throw the potassium, and you just lose. So you need to wait and shield a bit more, like stay just kind of there. But it's an issue because you can't approach because he'll just throw a banana at you, but you can't just do nothing because then he'll use his dash grab or monkey flip or some other bullshit and just steal neutral from you anyway. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation, like all the way through the game.
I really like how Willie kind of like just like cut off so many options there. With the banana on the ledge, man, I went to jump over so he got the forward air, and then he tried to get on the ledge with the banana.
Oh, this is nice.
Ooh,
See, in this
that's
situation, you can.
sick. To the skies? Not quite yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, we all know how
Okay,
bullshit
I'm
that he is
surprised
trying
that
ladder.
worked.
Yeah, that's okay.
So he must have dropped down jump fairs.
Yeah, I'm surprised like didn't trade or anything. Did it privilege, right?
Yeah,
Diddy
top tier
privilege.
privilege.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're doing better here. Like you're trying to stuff his options.
Neutral jump there.
You kind of see that was bad. You gave him
Out
neutral back for
Willie's
free.
habits.
I'm sure you didn't mean to dash attack away.
Very good adaptation by Crispy, to be fair.
Yeah. I like how Crispy is trying to like space out against Willie, but Willie's just like he's catching him every time. Like the spacing's either a little off, or Willie's just like he's cognizant of like what Crispy wants to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Crispy's.
All right.
Crispy does that a lot.
He's finding it. Well, meta.
I mean, it works.
I mean, yeah. I find Crispy though, like man just does it.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
Because it's safe.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly safe.
Yeah.
On the majority of the cast, it's safe. Maybe on Bayonetta, it's not safe.
It's safe on everyone,
Okay,
Ed.
now
Please,
I
God.
like that situation that just happened there happened at the very start of the game, but Willie just kind of like faded back with a forward air. Oh, and that's going to be it, man.
Okay.
So he pretty much played that game reactively. The entire time, he was literally saying, "Well, you're Meta Knight. You can't actually come at me with anything that's safe." So he'd either wait behind the banana or with it in his hand, or even just throw it at you and be like, "Deal with this, and I will punish whatever you do to follow up." So I feel like, I mean, I heard it looks like it's gonna be a game 3 set. So I assume you then play like mega dry after this, and you just wait and eventually he comes to you with something. Yeah.
That's game 1. And I will rush over to the stream setup.
Man, F5 putting in work today, man.
No, wrong player. Ah!
Commentating, doing the scores, song out stream.
That's fine.
Shake my head.
We'll manage.
Talking
I
about the inner workings of
Burning
the stream on
Planet.
commentary.
Is Burning playing as singles? I think Burning's playing as singles. Otherwise, I'd get him to come and do the.
Stop talking about this. Stop talking about
But it's
what
fine.
you do while streaming.
Game
God damn
two.
it, Ed.
I didn't hear what Willie banned, so.
No.
But Smashville is definitely a good pick.
Yeah. So
I know he's changed the colour. Okay.
There we go.
So like,
see, this is crispy color. So
Definitely a color counter
But yeah.
for the dark battlefield.
good read by me. Good read by me. I think.
so yeah. So that was good. You kind of regrouped.
Okay, so it's gone to the ledge.
I wonder if forward tilt catches under the ledge, because I don't understand why he would forward tilt there otherwise.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck Diddy, man.
Nice
This
ball
character's
there,
dumb
just,
as
to make
fuck.
sure that Willie doesn't follow him off the ledge.
Everything's getting
that
stuffed!
from Willie as well, actually. Like covering the top with forward air.
But yeah, like you need. Yeah, see that was nice.
Or whatever, just see. Oh wow, he's got a jab lock. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, is this it?
No.
Okay, just plays it safe. Plays it safe.
Gets the damage.
Gotta love Diddy
I
being
think
impossible
what
to
I like
fucking
about
ladder
Crispy's,
properly. That was nice. That was
this
really
game
nice.
Is that saying it right? Shout out to low tier Brad. He's playing a lot more patient, so he's not just running in and finding it difficult to
But yeah,
get in. He's
waiting. You gotta
for Willie
wait.
to
Yeah,
make an
that was
option
nice.
And then punishing him for it, which is really great to see from Crispy's level of play.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like he's really just at the moment.
Yes, you know you're getting antsy here, and he's sort of waiting for it.
But okay,
Yeah.
okay, man, just
But that
get
was
back on
good.
the stage.
That was a good
I could be
good
really bad
reset
for
back
it.
to neutral.
Oh, that was. Oh my
Wow.
goodness. He missed the true one and then
Yeah.
failed the not true one.
Okay.
See, this is good.
Yeah, Crispy.
You just gotta wait for a spot to open up.
Banana,
Wow. Oh,
Mm.
Diddy privilege.
Yeah,
Fuck this character.
I was about
Delete
at
this
the
bullshit.
Post-Albion 2 meltdown. I was literally about to beat Igor in a set. I was in the process of up throwing him, and Banana fell on my head, and I then couldn't win neutral again.
That's the thing with Diddy, man. Like, if that banana's there, you've got to go for a quicker throw or just something
Yeah,
else.
this is
I
good.
just like
You're
that
not like
kind of
letting him
pressure
play
on
his
the field.
game.
No, just gotta let it go. Sometimes you don't want to mess those barrels because like really anything could happen. And he's did it again, the full tilt there. I feel like
Nice.
Really
See,
nice.
that was really good play there.
Really nice, really nice.
Like
I
what
feel
you're
that
doing in this
actual
game. Watch this game.
It has to, it has to hit below the ledge.
Because while it sucks, you just have to wait until Diddy makes. Diddy runs out of like 5 out of 6
We're playing
options.
Street Fighter now. The shimmy.
I like Crispy playing it like safe right now because there's no reason.
I'm not a big fan of the fact that you're kind of jumping when you don't need to.
He's got the leads. He can just wait to punish Diddy.
Yeah.
Wow, the reverse.
This character needs. They need to. Why can't you ladder him properly? This character is dumb.
Okay. I feel like Willie at the moment. I feel like in that situation.
But this is how you played versus me yesterday.
I don't know. Like
you played like this. You just waited for me to do stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. That was good DI though. He went basically nowhere.
Yeah. I like that. That's good. Okay.
No follow up after the dash attack. Again, Crispy playing it safe.
Yeah. Okay.
Up at. Oh, good SDI by Willie.
Yeah. I like him getting out of that combo there. That could have been.
Oh, he went to F smash, but the banana tripped him.
Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
like that.
Forward air. Oh, he's dead.
Okay, good.
Nicely done.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
stuff,
good edge guard.
stuff. I really feel like in that situation where he was on the ledge, like he could have side beat.
He could have
but
side
beat. Played it safe.
So that was
in the end.
that was good play. Like that was
I've already
quite
done
patient.
Stage picks, so I'll just...
What I think you should do as a player is kind of work on being able to do movement that leaves you in a commitmentless state. Because once you've dashed, either direction, you've either committed to a dash grab, dash attack, or forward smash or up smash. Like you've said, like right, I'm done. What you should do is you should work on being able to. You should work on doing extended dash dancing and like general foxtrotting. And once you can do that, because I think this is broken with MK, is foxtrot perfect pivot out of the foxtrot. Like so, you do one and then you foxtrot. Because if you're doing that to retreat, you've done a big retreat, but you're still without commitment. You've not put yourself in shield. You just now stood there facing the opponent if you've retreated with it. So work on that.
Just change the scores quickly.
Now we'll be 1-1 so far though.
Now I'm
Where
interested
are
to
we
see
heading
what happened
now?
in this game.
I think it's DSR.
That's good to know.
Yes.
I always forget like if it's on or off. Like
One ban. I think for all.
It's only been on. It's only been on for the
DSR.
past year.
Nice. Okay.
Shake my head, Bobby.
See, this is interesting because like in that case, like the stages we have left, if you go back to Smashville, Town City I feel like will be in Meta Knight's favour more so. FD as well, because like the way Meta Knight can just kind of cover the ground.
I think Lilac is the only stage you can go to, because this although MK is really good at sharking the platforms with his up air and also hovering above the platform with short hop down air, it's the only place where Diddy can really function versus Meta Knight.
Yeah, at like a neutral kind of state.
Because Dreamland, there's no.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna do bullshit on here and use Lila's. Like use Lila's weird tilts and stuff to just suck for you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
I think that was supposed to be a forward tilt.
Okay.
Up throw up air. This is what I'm talking about.
So this is
Being
fine.
In the middle of the platforms, just floating there with a down air. I like that nair there. Just to continue his advantage state.
Yeah, just a nice little like combo. Didn't want to overextend.
Yeah, that was sloppy because it wouldn't have done anything for you there.
I feel like that nair was it comes from melee. It's like you gotta hit them away when they're ready to be hit away.
Yeah.
Before that, you can't. You just continue a combo. But Crispy recognizing like if he doesn't hit him away there, he's going to not. He's going to get the combo reversed on him. So it's best to just hit him away.
Sure. I felt Crispy there reading like an early get onto stage with a monkey flip. It's kind of ended up in a neutral situation now. We didn't like press the advantage as much as he could have. But he's got the banana. Okay, maybe not.
I like the. Okay.
Alright, so that movement was slick, and I'm sure you had no idea that was coming.
Let's
I
go.
believe Willie is the first seed of this pool.
Yeah, he must be. Yeah. And
so
Crispy second.
The fact that Crispy is taking.
Lila.
Oh no, Lila.
That was Lila, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, because the tilting of the stage enabled him to tech.
Dude, he just
The
slid.
banana there.
Wow,
Alright,
that
nice.
was really smart.
He cancelled the.
You are actually just going back to game on where you're just kind of swinging. I mean, he's just moving around you.
The Diddy tech.
That's the tricks, man. That's the tricks.
It's sort of coming from that BV Smash Dudes video that we saw recently.
Oh yeah.
I suppose the Diddies can use it to their advantage as well. Ooh, no tech there from Crispy.
Right, what's the coverage here?
Okay.
On any other stage, that would have worked.
That would have worked, yeah, absolutely. But Crispy at a big disadvantage here.
Yeah, this is it's looking grim. That's all I gotta say.
That up tilt triggers me so much.
It's so good.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so you waited for his option there. That was good. That was a rare good moment in this game.
It's actually doable because he just needs one up air.
Yeah, like this is not out of the realm of possibility.
It doesn't need just one up air, fam, because it's Diddy.
Smash Sure can make dreams come to life, man. I swear. Okay.
Ooh,
nice.
Is this it? Okay.
I like the avoidance from Willie there, just getting out of that situation. Okay.
Oh, so close. Oh, that was insane!
Wow, that turnaround jab like happened like instantly. That was crazy. I feel like we're getting to that point now where like both players are like next touch, it's like death.
It's death.
So long as Crispy converts.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
That's all safe! That's all safe!
Yep!
Jesus.
Oh!
That was really good. 2-1 to Willie.
2-1.
Oh.
To be honest, taking a game was really.
The fuck, man. What? It's no way how you couldn't do anything. So the issue is that in situations like that, you kind of have to accept that you don't get your turn. There's a thing in fighting games as a whole. Sorry, just gonna give me a minute. So, again, in a normal game, in a normal situation between two normal characters, you get in situations like that, you get your turn to take a swing. So, if Diddy was a normal character, we won't use Diddy actually. We'll use our characters. We'll use Meta Knight and Ike. So, you've come at me. You've like spaced a forward air on my shield. It's not positive, but it's safe. So you've had your turn, you've swung, it's not been successful. Now it's my turn, so I'm going to jab, and you spot dodge. Now, I could, if I was ready, I could have done jab 2 to time to hit the spot dodge. But let's say I'm not ready. Let's say I wasn't ready for that. Say I was expecting you to stay in shield. So, it doesn't work, and now it's your turn again, and now I have to answer for your thing. Now, you can do something. Let's say I then sit in shield, because I'm like, he's going to try and attack me now. He's going to try and F-tilt. And then you can say I'm right. Say you F-tilt and I shield it. I think you're going to go for the whole thing, but you stop on the first one. So it's still my turn, but I'm not ready to punish it in time. So we get, it's your turn, then my turn, then your turn, then my turn. And it's just, we take turns taking swings, essentially, until someone gets it right. You could, in theory, spend forever taking turns. But that didn't happen. But with Diddy, he just gets to keep going. This man is playing Uno with a handful of skipper turn cards. Because he claps, and it's still his turn. He claps again. It's still his turn. He claps again. And the thing is, you're not allowed to act, because if he decides to down tilt again, you get hit anyway. Because it's basically positive in that position. You can't do anything out of shield in time. It's his turn every single time. Hey, Carnage, we'll sort yours out in a bit. I think I've got another one coming up. Oh. Yeah, okay, no, so this is the last one. So we'll start watching your stuff after this, Carnage. But so in that situation, I'm going to talk it through real quick. Where is it?
Okay. I feel like we're getting to that point now where like both players are like...
If he's got banana there and if he's just on top of you, you can't do anything.
Touch.
So let's see.
Is there?
So long as Crispy converts.
His turn. His turn. His turn. His turn. His turn again. He got that swing 6-4, 5 or 6 times in a row, and you cannot attack. You have to just get out of there. See, this turned into a Diddy like roast fest, like hate fest, but that is literally the case. In situations like that, you can't win because you don't have anything dumb out of shield. You could have maybe gone for that Hail Mary up B out of shield, but we know that wasn't a good option there because he wouldn't have died to it. It might fail and you die. He might not attack and you die again because you've missed. It's just... But yeah, the way you played in game 2 was a lot better than the rest of the set because you waited a lot more and you kind of made him come to you. But even then, that still kind of sucks because Diddy, like we said there, Diddy gets to just have his turns. What you need to do versus Diddy, particularly with Meta Knight, because you've got a long perfect pivot and a long foxtrot, a long dash as well. You need to work on the ground movement so you can essentially not even ever have to shield versus Diddy. You need to move until you get to that point. It's like, right, you've committed to something and you've ended up right in front of me. Think back to the MK Dittos we used to do. The amount of times where I would perfect pivot back and you would dash attack and you finish in front of me like it's some kind of special present. Stuff like that, but it's way more complex versus Diddy because he's got like a billion movement options and they're all fucking safe. So that's that. Your movement on the ground, improve that a bit more and just use it to dance around and try and provide yourself with an opening. You obviously have to remember that you can't ladder Diddy properly as well. So just finish the combo early, get him off stage, and do honestly go for it and try and edge guard the barrels if you have to, because you're not gonna get many other options. Anyway, that's about all I can get off that. Obviously, Brad's gonna suggest stuff in the chat. Just work on that movement, fam, and you should see a lot more. Your patience is really good. When you play patient, you are so much better. Like you beat both me and Omega. Like they were good games. You didn't give me any openings, and that's exactly kind of how you have to play with MK. Right, so now I'm going to go on to Carnage, who this was the initial thing for, so I assume he's still here. Just drop a message in chat if you're still there. F tilt 1's up B is not true, my man. Right, Asim is here. I'm just going to take this off. Can you guys still hear me okay like this? Because headsets hurt my ears so bad. If you guys can't hear me, I'll keep it normal. But yeah, let's get to the videos. We'll load this up. So it was versus Destiny that I wanted to watch. Yeah, okay. No, Brad, F tilt 1 loses to monkey flip kick. It just beats it straight up. Also, they can move out of the way before the F tilt 1 finishes. There we go. Cool. Right, so something I told you in real life right after the set happened, Asim, is that you as a player... Brad, limit blade beam is... You'll have to link it to me, Super. I'm gonna go through this one because this one and the one I did at the start with burning are the whole reason I did this stream. But yeah, I'm gonna go through this one for the time being. So something I told you to begin with, Brad, with Asim, is that you in neutral, you're way too eager to take the first swing, like press the advantage or press neutral and like put him into a situation, which Peach does. But you do it in ways that aren't entirely safe, and it really hurts you versus characters with heavy punish games, like Corrin, Meta Knight, Bayo, Cloud. All these characters with like either they can punish from further away as neutral, like Corrin, or they have disastrously strong combo games like Meta Knight. Oh, okay, I'll do it then. Super, it's fine. So we'll give this a watch, and I'll see if I can pinpoint the exact moment I'm on about.
Yes, he dies.
Yes.
Carnage is too good at the ledge.
Yep.
However,
immediate
stitch.
Look at Carnage.
But yeah, like Little Mac's another character with a big punish game, and they'll just murder you if you commit too hard. So you're doing fine there. That was fine. You waited for him to do something there.
The moment he pulled it, I saw a little smirk on his face.
And at the moment,
so I think you already know that you just kind of didn't know the matchup in this one. You kind of just let him
right at the beginning of this game.
That you kind of just let him do Little Mac things to you.
Make him scared to shield an aerial option. So valuable this early on in the game.
And he gets rid of the KO punch.
See, that was nice.
My God,
but I believe you ended up losing this game.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say as well. So I was watching the Toast versus Destiny match, and Carnage, I was talking to him while it was happening, and he was saying this matchup is free for Peach.
What, the Little Mac Peach? Little Mac Peach.
He said it's free.
So yeah, so like I mean that was fine. You were just trying to be aggressive to get off the edge, but Destiny's kind of waiting and just trying to hit your follow-ups.
Getting a lot more percent, 77 on
as you kind of have to with Little Mac, I guess.
Something that Peach is something that fundamentally opposes Little Mac as a character. A character that spends 90% of the match like in the air, versus a character who has arguably...
Yeah, the float is actually insane against Little Mac.
Some of Little Mac's normals are extra air dodges.
Aerial
normals are like... Some of his extra aerials are like extra air dodges.
Well, honestly, from Destiny, especially against...
See, really, he should have punished you harder for that first bit.
Like the super armor up smash. That is the best option he does have against.
But like in this situation, he's got a KO punch. You just need to chill and wait until an option comes up. Admittedly, it did there.
I think he read that button.
That's gonna be
I think he sort of realised the sort of player you were and kind of adapted to that.
So.
See, look there.
We go. That's gonna be the.
There we go. You pressed with a 4 there, and you didn't really need to there. Like, I mean, it was there, but like he hadn't committed to anything huge, so you just kind of had to chill. Against most characters, that's safe, but as we know, Little Mac's got big range on his down tilt, and it's really fast as well, so he was able to just down tilt you for it. So I suppose it's good to make mental notes on what characters have like long range out of shield options, like Mac and Corrin.
There we go.
Second time
Don't survive that one at that percent. But you get But another thing that Destiny's going to need to look out for is the counter. Like the counter is like all of Destiny's.
Like you just weren't edge guarding Little Mac properly here. But you did fix that game too, like pretty free. So I'm not gonna really pick on that.
It's an underratedly strong counter as well.
But like here, you could just wait. Like, you just wait for that. That's fine.
Destiny put himself in a really poor position, but you can see that really good recovery.
You see that counter caught him through the stage as well.
And we saw it a little bit earlier, just prior to that one.
How did you?
Catch
Oh,
him, but Destiny ended up going the other way around.
So here, yeah, you need to wait there. There, you see? There. You didn't need to do that. You could have just waited. Because he was stood at the ledge. Where, let's see, let's go back a little bit.
You can see that really good recovery.
You see that counter caught him through the stage as well.
And we saw it a little bit earlier, just prior
Yeah,
to
so
that
here,
one.
he's now snapped the ledge. And you've got stage advantage. You can kind of pressure him by being there. But you have to remember that like he can kill you now. You can die right here. So you need to be like, okay, this is now a situation where I have to be really careful. And you try and read the option. You miss it, that's fine. But then you go straight for an aggressive, unsafe option immediately afterwards. This is your biggest weakness as a player, is that you're looking for the kill move. And admittedly that's good because obviously you need to take stocks to win the game. But you fish for it a bit too hard, and if people catch onto that, they're gonna blow you up for it, like he did here. He saw you were coming in, just shielded and
wow, is he
murdered you for it.
Die? Yes, he is. 130.
And really, everything he did there makes sense. It's not like he made a hard read. He thought, he's coming towards me. I can die to an attack here. I'm gonna put my shield up because even if he throws me forward throw probably won't kill here. Even if it's Little Mac. The edge guard might, but it's fundamentally the safer option to go into shield there. So you should have waited, made him expend resources to try and come to you, because he held the trump card there, and you played right into his game and got hit by it. That's
KO punch, and that is the momentum.
But that's fine. That's admittedly you learned the matchup second time around and obliterated him.
Oh my god.
But that is prevalent throughout this whole set, particularly when he switches to MK.
You will see in this set.
What did you punish? Did he just?
He punished the float.
Yeah.
Right, let's put this back on now.
How dare you float in front of me?
Oh my god, there is a reason this guy is the best Mac in the EU and he's taking it to game 2.
Did he just slowly walk up and
KO punch? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'm not sure if he actually did. Stream, please.
So this
tell
is
me.
going to be good.
We need to know.
So the winner of this, obviously, God gets
So
that.
yeah.
Oh my god, that percent.
I'm detecting Carnage is a little bit rumbled right now. That is not a pun on the fact that Little
See, that was another dash attack that was kind of a bit
I really like that
a
option,
bit of
though,
a
Carnage
risky
using
option.
The great hitbox of that dare to hit.
See, like, while it worked there, while you killed him there,
He can live from there, and that is death.
while that did kill him, you did essentially just cost yourself a bit of damage by while it worked, it was a very risky dash attack.
Wow, that was a very interesting little combo.
I can't tell whether that was intentional.
Yeah.
Oh
my
my
no,
god,
he's
that's
dead.
it.
He's dead. He's dead. It's over.
That was less than a minute. You could clip that.
Yep. That fits.
Yeah, that was nice, but it was another risky option that if he'd have realised was coming, because I guarantee you he never thought he's gonna dash attack again when I'm at the edge. There's no way he was gonna do that again. But you did it. You slapped him for it. But picking Meta Knight here was the right pick because not only is it a better matchup, this character's able to punish risky approaches really well.
Because of float dare.
And I believe most of your stocks lost here are due to aggressive approaches.
And I won't hear anything otherwise.
Okay, now this is scary. Oh my god, I thought that might have been it. I don't know.
Yeah. So now you are playing a really bad matchup. Destiny giving the crowd exactly what they wanted for a split second, seeing the Little Mac, but now we're seeing the optimal counter pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really like that nair there to put him out of the umbrella.
Oh my gosh, I thought he wasn't going to make it for a second there.
Yeah, see, that was risky. He could have dash attacked that.
Went for a forward smash, missed space there from Destiny. Carnage able to take advantage, and that's going to be it. That's the shock.
I don't know what Destiny was looking for.
Hang on, let me go back and watch that bit again real quickly.
Destiny was looking for with that forward smash.
Oh, I've not gone back far enough.
Else. Went for a forward smash, missed space there from Destiny, and Carnage able to take advantage. And that's gonna
Yeah,
that's
so that literally came because you put yourself above him. You didn't really have a reason to jump there, and you could have just kind of waited for his option. Because what happened there is you threw the turnip up, and it's like in that sort of position, it's like a Diddy banana in neutral. Like you put the thing there, it's like cool. Now it's your turn to answer, and you should be like looking up. Come on, see what you're gonna do. And you should have been like, oh, you've air dodged. Because, like, what's he going to do to be aggressive there? How is he going to be able to offensively attack you right after you've thrown that turnip? He can't hit you with anything while you stay down there, so you have no issue with staying there. But by double jumping, you then gave him the ability to fast forward. Like, he air dodged, and you jumped and attacked. Even if you'd just attacked normally, you would have been fine. But the fact that he got the air dodge means he could fast forward and go underneath you and punish you for it, and that's why you died there. So I suppose kind of just wait again. It's just waiting. I'm the driest person in real life ever because I'm just saying like wait and then. Yeah, I feel, but like when they're above you, you kind of like they're your bitch, fam. Like you're the top in that position, fam.
He could make Carnage regret starting out as a Peach main.
And it is interesting. I don't think his Meta Knight was warmed up enough when he went against Toast, but at the moment, it's looking pretty damn clean.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty damn clean. And this is
there we
scary.
go. So Carnage really good there, mixing up his recovery.
So there was another bad four there.
And that's the thing. That's the one thing Peach has over, say, Rosalina in this matchup in particular is not only is the fact that obviously the smaller hitbox, but the fact that obviously you can use float to just mix up the way you land back on stage, which is really, really bad.
Yeah. I really like that dare there, just to give himself.
See, that was good. That was good. That was good patience.
Oh, and
the
that
loop, mate.
was unfortunate. Dash attack not going to take him just yet.
So, Meta Knight now with a kind of recovery that Peach might find it quite hard to make.
See, you committed again there, and you should have all by rights. You should have died there.
That was almost revenge for Tag at Syndicate, who kept going for vertical options.
Oh wow!
Again, should have died there because you committed in a position where you just didn't have to.
And that should have been the stock for Carnage.
Oh my god!
At this percent, he's in. It feels like he's really in his brain right now.
What I'll say is Destiny's patience in terms of just movement is so interesting.
He's throwing out super unsafe options right now just to end this game. Because if he does, the mental damage to Carnage could be supreme
The
in this
fact
set.
that he just throws out all these moves and he's just able to get it.
Yeah, and he kind of knew you were reaching for stuff. Like, you hear the term "put the hand in the cookie jar." Yes, Asim. I'll just pause that real quick. Actually, I'll just mute it. So all of Meta Knight's F tilt is minus on block, like a jab is. It's basically like a jab. So if they do the last hit, then you know you can punish it. But any before that, and you just kind of, you're assuming they're gonna finish. Basically, treat Meta Knight's F tilt like you would any like normal 3-hit jab. It's similar to Ike's in that sense, really, like the way it works. Oh, this is the bit where he spills water on himself. I have to watch this. Just watch this back real quick. He spills water on himself.
Right there from Destiny, he's thinking long and hard about this.
And I think he's banned Smashville. That's oh my god!
That never stops getting old, man.
What did I just miss? What did I? Did he just squirt? Did he just miss his face?
He just missed his face completely. Are you okay?
When's it take? That's
I didn't. Okay.
No. He shook. He shook.
Oh.
I'm sorry for laughing at that. I apologize.
This kind of.
He just. I saw it. He just missed his face. Like he just tried to pour it, and just missed his face, and it just tipped it on himself.
The water went in his mouth. It's just everywhere.
Okay, yeah. But
oh
this
my
stuff,
goodness.
This kind of stuff happens. But it's something to lighten the mood in this very tense situation.
But yeah,
both players.
We can try and count all the situations. I feel like when I'm watching you, like you should do a lot more of this like mirror-esque movement. I feel like this mirror-esque movement where you do these instant flow cancels with absolutely nothing. I feel like that's really helpful. Because what that essentially does is that allows you... Yeah, go on then, Brad. Just DM it to me and I'll make that my last one for the day. But what you should do is, like, this mirror-esque movement is good, not because it's offensive, because it does damage and stuff, but because it keeps your movements unpredictable. Even if you do, like, 20 of them and then you do an approach, they still don't know when you're finally going to move. All they know is they see you moving. If you watch Melee at all, which I don't think you do, it's the same deal with dash dancing. They're moving not because it's good, but because it means that they're active and their movement by default is more unpredictable. You're quite static with your stuff. When you are moving about and you're doing your movement well, it's great. It's terrifying because no one knows what the fuck you're going to do until suddenly they're dead at 50 because you forward at them. But particularly in neutral, you need to kind of be able to just make him play a bit, make him play a bit more of a guessing game. Because at the moment, it's literally just a case of, I'm going to wait here. He's going to swing eventually. And I don't really have to worry. Right, let's go then. Because you won this one. See, down there's on top of him are fine. That's good. That's real good.
Wow.
A very emotive player. So
If Carnage is angry, you better run. Because he is goddamn good.
See there, like you waited a lot better there. You just basically said, like, I have the percentage lead, you have to come to me. And you waited for him. And eventually he came and did something dumb and you punished it.
Exactly.
His head sort of drops and you can tell he doesn't really want to play the game anymore. But that little bit of time gave him a couple of seconds to compose his thoughts, and he's got that fire back now. You can see it in his face.
See, he should have punished that forward there because it was very risky.
Down throw.
He's
Forward there, but he's not going to get it.
And I must say, I very much like this music for
4, 5, 6.
This
Not like
is
this.
it.
Yeah. Right, we're gonna go back and watch that real quick, actually.
Down throw.
He's gonna
Forward
keep-
there, but he's not going to get it.
And I must say,
What was that, Carnage? That was an overcommitment again. Like, I know you sometimes have to do it, but that was a position where he wasn't under any real pressure. He was on the stage in neutral. Admittedly, you're throwing a turnip at him, and I assume you were trying to stuff an approach again. But it was a situation where the risk was low the risk was high or like medium, and the reward was low. So it wasn't a situation where you should have done a dash attack there, because you were too far away to actually still be an imposing threat upon him. So you did this dash attack. You're gonna go back there. So he's come and shielded it, and you think he's gonna run at me again. But the thing is, if he doesn't run at you again, then what are you gonna do? Like, then what's this dash attack gonna do?
I must say, I very much
And he
like
backs away, thinks Carnage is aggressive player, he's going to come and do it, and he ladders you for it. And admittedly, you came back and win this game. Oh, it's so hard, I completely understand. It's hard to wait,
This is the life that Peach lives.
but yeah, you have to.
Went for the forward there.
Because against characters with punish games like this, if you're aggressive needlessly, if you're aggressive recklessly, they're just going to murder you. Particularly you, because of your floaty nature. Well, it's well documented how badly MK slaps with the combo.
Not throwing off stage, he's had absolutely no success in edge guarding Destiny at all.
Absolutely.
Wow, that was a really good option.
choice. That was a good choice there.
Destiny's tentatively making.
See, that was better.
Hangs around
That was a better option of you throwing the turn, because you threw the turn and you were like, do something. He jumped and then you chased the jump. That was good.
Carnage can take this game and he has put himself in a good situation.
Yeah.
But just like this, it's dangerous for Carnage!
This isn't death.
And I'm surprised you didn't die there again, to be honest.
Carnage is able to DI shuttle loop in a way that he does not die at that percent.
But just like that, a couple of more
See,
guys
you
in,
were waiting good there.
I don't know.
Admittedly, being able, what I feel like you should try and work on the same as Crispy, is being able to do stuff after running away. Because if you see them come to you, but you've run away, like you kind of just accept you've run away. You ran away.
Wow, that is balls of steel.
Do not challenge forward smash from Meta Knight, but Carnage says, you know what? I don't care about what you wrote in the book. I'm about to burn that and write my
I'm
own.
going to come in from above, and you are going to catch this crown slap. But the match is not over yet, and I get the feeling he's going back off stage. The back air is what he needs to watch out for here.
Oh wow,
he reads the roll.
See, that was nice. See,
Carnage looking like he wants to take this to a game 5.
Down
Destiny.
comes the turnip.
Oh, and Turnip gets him away from him. This
so
is
you're
scary.
waiting. You're
Carnage
waiting.
happy
You're
just
waiting.
to
You're
stay
waiting. You're
around.
doing a good job. You're not doing anything
Go
reckless.
in the air so freely against
You're being
Bayonetta.
fine. You're doing fine. See, that was good.
that was
Good.
so
Wait.
so
Perfect.
bad.
Fucking perfect. That is what you want. That right there is the perfect. It was like good stuff. You may have missed the punish in the middle of that, but that was good. You waited for him, and eventually he overcommitted. And mate, I don't know. I don't think you kill him off this, but that was good work. We're gonna go back and watch that again because you need to get that in your head that was good.
Him away from him.
You're waiting.
This
You're
is
waiting. You're
scary.
waiting.
Carnage happy just to
Like
stay
you're
around.
pressuring, but you're not committing dumb. You missed the punish. That's fine.
Against Meta Knight, Carnage.
Wow.
And you
Oh,
run
that
away,
was
and
just
you were
so
safe.
fancy.
You were safe, and eventually he cracked. He was like, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this person because I'm gonna die soon. And he went for something, and that now put him off stage.
It's starting. The momentum has completely shifted in this
And
match.
that's the
Perfect.
play.
So
Carnage
your
takes
patience
it.
there,
5.
that one thing of
Right
patience,
there was so close. The
is why you won that
landing
game.
there was the only thing that he had there.
patience cost you the first stock. A lack of patience cost you the first stock,
Much success.
and being really patient won you the game.
Strong enough, and it was like enough movement to cause Destiny to drop shield.
And that was good play.
Carnage right now is counting.
So even if you miss the occasional punish, it's better to be a bit too patient versus these heavy punish game characters than it is to be, you know, aggressive.
Oh wow, he's Destiny just tried to go back somewhere that was not allowed because of DSR.
Absolutely.
Carnage exercising is his right, as is his right to enforce that they do not go back to the stage.
I take a lot of pride in being a good player versus heavy punish game characters. I have to be super patient, like anyway,
Why so?
and I take a lot of pride in being good against them because it means I'm able to wait. I understand their neutral isn't the best.
Perfectly, and sometimes even if you tech,
They can't pressure too hard because otherwise they'd be broken.
He's gone to Smashville. It's gonna be game 5, Itano. Carnage versus Destiny.
Right.
This is a very, very interesting.
You were playing this game reasonably well, but he'd made a specific download on you, or a specific condition you in a very specific way.
yeah, his head had dropped.
Well, he picked it back up. And he put
See, this is
himself
good
away.
safe pressure.
Respecting
Good
Destiny
safe pressure.
options right now.
You're not committing too hard. You're not committing too hard.
Shielding himself, so
You're waiting for him to do something. This is fine. That was risky, but you got away with it.
See there,
I believe he allowed you
Carnage
off the stunning,
just
yeah.
A lot more space just to do what he wants, but
But the thing is, he wasn't right in the perfect position, so he wasn't able to complete the ladder. Because it's surprisingly hard to ladder, would you believe it or not?
that is a shield poke. There was virtually nothing.
So you need all the perfect conditions for it to work properly. See, that was a bit risky.
This could
Wow,
be
this is
it.
bad.
Yep.
This is bad. That's a stock.
Let's go back and review the tapes again, because it's just the same as the last game where you lost the first stock early. You threw the turnip, and I assume you thought he was going to run in again. But we already learned that he's going to wait until he sees something he can punish. Or he's going to, you know, put himself in a position where he can do something, but not directly just run at something that's not unsafe. So you do a forward smash, which, if we look here, he is... Actually, we're going to rewind that again just a tiny, tiny bit.
Very few things that Destiny could.
So you've thrown the turnip. Even though it's hit him, you don't have a follow-up here. And you think, hey, maybe he's going to run in now. And you're going to cover this area with a hitbox. That would make sense. But this is a character that thrives off being patient. That thrives off waiting for something to finally come up. They're like fishing. They're sat there in a boat for like forever, waiting, and then they see you bite. And he's like, I'm going to put myself closer. So if he does do something like he tends to, then I can punish it with my long-ass dash attack. But if he doesn't, I'm still in a bad place. You weren't meant to smash attack. Was it meant to be a dash attack? Because I'm sure if you forward smashed, it was meant to be a dash attack instead. Gotta wait for the stream to catch up now so I can see. But either way, let's assume it was a dash attack. Change color for the dash attack. The dash attack still covers there. So if he waits, he's still gonna be able to punish it. And so by him going behind here with a roll makes a lot of sense because you're not. He's not done that a whole lot yet, and you're probably not expecting to cover it. But the point was that just going for it, you've essentially said we're ending neutral here. No matter what happens, neutral is finishing here. Yeah, the dash attack would have lost as well because he would have rolled behind and he would have dash attacked it. So we're gonna treat it as we're gonna treat the misimp as it doesn't matter. These situations where you're either dash attacking or something in neutral, because this is essentially still neutral because while you've hit him with a turnip, you both still got all your options. You're both on the ground. No one's off the stage. Still technically neutral. In these situations, making these choices where you say, I am doing this option here now, for better or worse, I am ending neutral here. And in this situation, it ended against you. He rolled behind you. You chose to end neutral. Even with it was a misinput, you chose to end neutral there, and it worked out against you.
On the board.
He wants this though. Immediately fell from the Halo platform, just going straight for an air damage. All he wants is he wants damage, and he wants to get one of Peach's really good early kill options.
See that?
Even though he can kill you early.
Good tag, yeah, that was a good tag.
Not the easiest, not the heaviest of characters.
Oh,
so
see, the fact that you managed to bring this all the way back is actually really good.
So one thing I know that Carnage is thinking in his head right
yeah,
now
see that this is good waiting. See, like, so you know he wants to come in, so you pivot grabbing, which is good. It didn't work, but it was the right option.
A little bit lax when he has that lead. He throws out options, and he just hopes that they work. But that's not going to be it. The parasol.
See, that was kind of suboptimal, but I can respect it. See now, when you're pushing advantage like you are here, you're amazing, Asim. Like when you're in the position where they're off stage, you are fucking terrifying.
He's a little bit too floaty, like you said. He's not able to punish that. Back air, and he went for that forward air off stage.
Yep, absolutely. I feel a very good option right there for Carnage. Trying to cover as many because that forward air just hits in, has such a huge
And this could... Oh, no, never mind. He goes for it a little bit too early there.
I think we're overestimating the potential of Ray.
See, that was alright because you kind of saw him do something. You saw him like in the air.
Or a dash attack to shuttle Luke will kind of just do it.
That down air from the ledge was sick.
See, that was nice.
Smash is going to do it.
This is anyone's game right now.
Yep. Both players on their tournament stock. Who is going to be the person to take it? Very interesting neutral air for Destiny, but it's not going to pay off.
I really like the.
See, this is good waiting. By this low float that you're doing is so strong versus MK. But like, I wanna take notice there, just there. This side B he did, this down B he did to recover. He went right behind you, and while I don't expect you to expect it right away, you did nothing. He didn't go to the ledge, he went right behind you and auto-cancelled it. And you pressed nothing to react. There was no countermeasure that were in play. It just happened. And this came into play at the end, as you know.
Maybe Carnage should take that as a reminder that he needs to respect also dimensional cape
Oh
as an option.
my gosh, not just yet, not
dead,
just
not
yet.
dead. Carnage is going to need to be careful because don't forget, we have not seen a single dimensional cape in this match.
See, Etano picks it up already. I'm very impressed with that, actually. That Etano Circus has picked that up and called it out.
Oh, and the forward throw. He's going to take Carnage off stage. Really good up air.
Destiny equally, when going ham up above this guy, needs to watch out himself with Peach.
Oh my gosh. That up B was a little bit too risky from Destiny. He does get a little bit of a punish from it. And Carnage right now.
Right back.
See, here we go. And he's going to do it here. He's going to do it. He's going to be like...
Oh no! The dimensional cape! The dimensional cape!
They did mention it.
I told you all.
Oh, he called it.
He did not use it once.
That's just conditioning and like kind of keeping aware of options. Of course, we all know MK has an arseload of options in positions like that.
Wow.
So yeah, so the key thing I want to take away from that, oh god, my ears. The key thing I want to take away from that is basically not putting yourself in a position where you've decided that neutral is finishing here. Waiting for, because while you do have to do it sometimes, you're doing it in a lot of places with very unsafe moves. Like if you watch a Sheik player, they're not gonna just bouncing fish in neutral, because that would end neutral for better or worse. It would. It would just be like, well, either I hit you with this, or we're finished, or you block it or you spot dodge it and I die. But they don't do that. They space aerials and shield. So the two key things I want you to take away from this is learning to try and hold off on those kinds of moves. Kind of do a lot more of these like space downers and like general just movement, because like Peach doesn't have a whole lot in the way of moves that are just kind of safe on block, other than like float stuff. So waiting like to in neutral to see what happens a little bit more, and particularly against characters with weaker neutral than you, like Meta Knight and Little Mac, and also realizing when a character that you're fighting against has the ability to punish from a long way away. Because if they can punish a long way away, like Corrin, basically most sword characters, they can punish longer ranged options that are normally safe. They can usually actually punish them. So just keep that in mind, like when a specific character is like special and they can punish a certain option. So those are the two main things I want you to worry about. If you just for both of them, even for like the first one, focusing on the movement to be able to apply more just even mental pressure. That should be good. The optimal punishes, that's, obviously that would be a great thing, but the fact is your offensive game is already really strong, so I don't feel like that's the thing that needs working on right now. Right now, what you need to work on is not, like, quote unquote, cracking in neutral. Anyway, I hope that's helped, my man. That's pretty much all I picked up. That's most of what I picked up from on the day. And again, I'm always available to chat to you about stuff, particularly you. Right, anyway, what's the next game I said I was going to do? Because I do need to go to bed reasonably soon, because fuck, working at 6 a.m, man. Okay, it was Super's game with Luigi. I'm actually going to skip that one because I've already done one for Super today. Sorry, Super. I'm sure you're possibly waiting for it. But you did say I did already watch something for you. Brad's VOD is up. It's just not where. It's just not. Which VOD is it that Brad wants to do? Oh, from Smash Dash is not up. Okay. All right then, Super. I'll do yours then. But yeah, it's definitely hard, man. Like we know it's difficult to try and stop yourself from a project, because you're playing a rushdown character. You want to just get in there, but you have to make sure to keep yourself in check. Right, I'm gonna let this load then. I need to go get a drink because my
We might be in it for long though.
I'll be back in a second, guys. Right, I have returned. Hello again, everyone. Right, so I'm going to watch this one, and then I'll probably call it a day. So let's give this a watch. We all know what happens in this set anyway.
I don't know, because Mitsu, I feel like
Got me some snacks
when
as well.
Mitsu knows he has the advantage, he's almost very disrespectful.
Yeah,
If he knows he's better than
Price
you,
tag, fam.
he has this playstyle that is, it feels very disrespectful to play against.
Yeah.
He's got a lot. He knows how to push it. Like you were saying, he knows how to push his advantage, and I think that could really work out for him in this first.
Brad, it doesn't matter how good it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
The other thing about this matchup is that
I don't actually like licorice all sorts, but 31p.
I mean, the way I used to play would be to pocket everything and throw it out immediately.
Right.
Because it basically creates like a counter wall that Toon Link has to respect his own.
Alright, see you later, Asim.
Boomerang
I hope.
pocket,
I mean, this VOD will be live. I'll probably upload this on my YouTube, just as the whole thing. But yeah, so people can go back and watch the analysis if they want.
Also do it with back air, neutral air, up air, down
So we're just gonna watch this because this is a feel-good set. And then once this is done, we can
be really kind of aware of the
be done with it. I might actually turn on Smash and just lab some stuff.
Definitely. And something that a lot of Toon Link players do is they jump to pull a bomb, which obviously Villager has a lot of fast ways to catch them.
Yeah, if you're gonna jump and like try and pull out a bomb, he can at worst.
I've never eaten licorice all sorts, so we're gonna find out what this tastes like.
Exactly.
Right, it's one other thing about this matchup as well is that when Toon Link wants to Zed for recovery, Villager, it's a free bowling ball or down air or nair.
Yeah.
Like he can just run off and then double jump nair, and like if you're going to use air, you're going to get hit. So it kind of forces him to up B, which then he can start bowling ball. It becomes like
I felt that pain a lot.
By the way, Burning, if you're still here, I need a real overlay so I can start doing these analysis streams on the DAT team channel. Get it like looking like graph paper and shit.
No, it's not.
One thing I do know about Super though is he plays very lame. He plays very lame. He
plays very lame. I didn't know. Man just said that, you know.
When you approach, he'll then start rolling away, rolling into you, and then setting up the camp game again.
Yeah.
That's what he's been like in the past. I don't know if he's changed it up at all.
No, I don't want my face. I don't want my faces plastered everywhere. I want it to look like analytical, like.
His dash attack isn't very quick.
Anyway,
Forward air and back air is only option.
if I recall correctly, this match was kind of Mitsu just kind of slapping.
Boomerang just beat out the Lloyd.
The Lloyd, yeah, it breaks it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so Lloyd is unless it's like nowhere near like his projectiles, it might not be too much of a factor. I see that.
Just realised I left my drink outside.
This will.
I wonder if he's just gonna keep the boomerang.
Oh, I see. There you go. Went for the boomerang forward there.
Wow.
I like that. I really like that.
I really like that dash attack. That was very smart.
I see. What I was saying before, like you pocketed the boomerang, you kind of want to like use it as soon as possible when the situation arises.
Yeah.
Because like Toon Link doesn't lose his boomerang. It's not like Diddy or Rob. Where you
he can't pull out.
No, he can. He
can pull out another one.
Yeah, you can pull out a boomerang. So I'm saying, like, you know, against like Diddy or Rob, you pocket it and then that's it. They can't use it.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Reads the neutral get up there.
My man.
So yeah, this one was pretty much just Luigi Mitsu.
Like I said, when he knows he's better, he pushes his advantage in a lot of very disrespectful ways.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I want to see is Super setting up his zone. Obviously, right now, Mitsu is kind of getting away with just going aggressive.
Yeah.
And Super needs to counter that by setting up that zone and throwing out all.
There's rare footage of Airfire with genuinely insightful commentary.
Villager can only pocket one of.
Sorry, Airfire.
Yeah. So he needs that triage of all three items to really set up his zone, which.
But yeah, that was nice.
Will help counter.
You kind of waited for him to burn his options and threw a bomb at it.
Yeah, I almost feel like in a way like Boomerang isn't getting too much for Toon Link at the moment in this matchup because Villager's pockets it. It's really easy to react to, and then you know, he gets a combo. Like, at the moment, I don't think too many, if any, boomerangs have landed for Super, and it's just not working out.
The only thing that I've seen it be really good for is destroying Lloyd.
Yeah,
that's what its main use has been so far. And even then, he could do that with a safer bomb.
I feel like he can do it with...
Yeah, these sweets are trash, man. Brad, you were right. Licorice all sorts are not the one.
Yeah, I haven't seen... Yeah, I won't say it's fact, but... Okay.
Oh!
Yeah. Okay, so, Mitsu is very good at waiting.
Yeah.
Because Villager can cover lots of options. Like, if he's got his back to you and you're trying to land, back air neutral air covers air dodge. And it kind of forces a situation where, like...
I don't mind Licorice, it's just...
So then
whatever the fuck these are.
And then down air, like you did just there.
These are not the kind of Licorice I'm used to, fam.
He's very good at covering landings. That's just one of his, like, really good strengths.
Well, and jumps. He's really good at covering jumps because he's got virtually no jump squat, and he can just back air or forward air, no matter which way he's facing. It's so quick.
Yeah.
It just catches your jump like that.
Yeah.
Which is why I find the matchup so annoying.
It's very similar to, like...
Lee, I'm white. What does that mean? And what does that mean in white people speak?
To cover nothing.
Yeah.
And then when you see how they fade or air dodge, then you then throw out the next aerial to cover that.
Yeah.
The only thing that would lose to is disjoints. And unfortunately, Toon Link doesn't have any quick enough disjoints, apart from maybe back air, but like not really.
I already said this, Brad. Should have tuned in earlier, you loser.
Yeah. So like it's...
I already told him about this in his set versus Al, which he sent to me earlier.
I would say this is in favour of Villager.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not too out there to say.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
SMH.
Actually, Super hasn't been doing a lot. Going back to Battlefield, actually, I don't know.
But yeah, seriously, what the hell is lean?
I agree. Okay, we're not going back. We're not going back.
One thing I was going to say, Super needs to use Zaire a lot more, because Zaire, if done at the same time as forward air, will beat it out.
Right.
I think it destroys Lloyd as well. And it basically like stops Villager from the short hop forward air and back air pressure in that range.
Yeah.
Which means that the only time he's going to get hit is by a 3% pellet.
I don't understand what it is. A lot of Toon Links seem almost scared to use their Zaire. And I'm not into... I don't think I understand why. It seems very weird to do that.
And now we're in like the second game of the set. Mitsu went for a grab. He didn't go for a grab at all that first game. Because now that he's learned Super's like tendencies of when he's going to shield.
Yeah.
Like he tends to do a lot of run-up shields in certain situations. That's when he throws out the grab.
And he sort of has to, right? He sort of has to run-up shield because he's got that that threat of all of the projectiles that Mitsu can throw out.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitsu has conditioned him to the point where he's throwing out attacks and projectile. Wow. That bowling ball wasn't going to hit anyone, but it was for the fear.
He would have had to rush to get there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the reverse up air there.
I like it. I like the idea, but he definitely could have punched with just like a jab.
Yeah.
He perfect shielded the back air. Okay, setting up the tree. Wow.
I have no idea how the fuck you come back and win this one, man.
My man said, "Here's Johnny," and just did it. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But see, that's the fear like Villager can put in someone.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, he's scared of run-up shielding now because he knows he's gonna grab.
Yeah.
So he just walks up axes. That's conditioning it. It's fine. It's fine.
Ooh,
wow.
Is that gonna? That's gonna kill. Okay.
Damn.
That F smash.
That F smash is so strong, man.
Actually, but. Because actually, Mitsu didn't take too much percent on that second stock, so it's an easy.
That was really nice, actually.
Relatively, yeah. Okay, I
like that sort of. I'm just gonna pause it real quick. So this sort of thing, I feel like set you up to be able to do all the, all the just bomb throwing you did to begin with. Because you threw this bomb at him here, yeah. And what you had been doing for the most part, and then you continued to do after this. What you continued to do after this was just throw bombs. But in this one situation, you threw a bomb, and then you ran in and nared, and what that does is that stuffs any option he tries to do out of it, like any offensive option, which Mitsu does a lot of. So you're going to see here that you throw the bomb at him, and Mitsu's going to come out of his shield, and he's going to try and jump up, like there. And you, being the little Einstein you are, you're going to come up and jump up there, and you're going to, like, hit him here. That did not go as intended, but you're going to just throw at this hitbox, and he's going to go, ah, and get sent away. Now he's going to be worried about jumping at a shield, because you've just hit him.
Stop. So it's an even game again.
And admittedly, you've only done, what, 7 or 8%, but they remember that. They remember when it's like, oh, I got stuffed.
What Mitsu's doing, which is really
And I think that was a real key point. And you went for it again, and he jumped it again. He was like, ah, he's got a read on that now, so I need to wait a little bit. So then from then on, you're able to just throw bomb after bomb after bomb, because Mitsu doesn't want to. Mitsu doesn't want to put himself in that situation, particularly when he's at kill percentage.
Super then adapt back because it's taken him this long to adapt in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got a time to adapt back.
It's a very quick game of back and forth, for sure. Oh wow. Okay.
I did not realize that worked.
No, that's water stun, man. I swear. Okay, really nice. Covering the landing with the grab. And then there? Okay.
Ooh. He went for it all with the dare. I like the wave bounce neutral bead to get out of the way of the boomerang.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Now, if he come over
That's so funny, that bomb.
If he had gone, right?
If he'd have predicted it that far in advance. I like the roll away there. That's very safe.
See, you did it again. He jumped that shield and you forward at him. And I think that really set the pace of the game.
Okay. He's going to get back.
Yeah.
No problems for Villager. But this is looking, you know...
It's very even. One F smash read, like Super got the last stock.
Yeah.
And he could take it.
Although... See, this is a situation where, like, Mitsu, like, he might be a bit scared to throw out the grab.
Dude, these are fine, because you're throwing up bombs and they're safe here, because he's at a range where he can't punish you.
But then he'll probably die if he doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's flying the tree a lot now. He's definitely wanting the axe.
Oh, I thought he was going to get that up air there.
That was really close.
Very good DI by Mitsu. That bomb pull was so unsafe!
Yeah. Wow. And it's working against him now. That's crazy.
Just bombs, man. Fully ISIS out here.
Ooh,
But yeah, so you were seeing that he's jumping at a shield every time.
He had the
So these are good plays.
A little bit off on the spacing. That's it. Yeah,
wow,
that's it.
okay.
So that was good, strong play, to be honest, right there.
I actually like Mitsu's reads.
Yeah.
He read that he would Super was gonna go into him and then like fade away, but he just didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
He shot hopped and just nothing.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, I've got the read.
Yeah.
But I don't know what
But
to
the
do.
thing is, although we laugh about how many bombs he pulled, Mitsu did nothing about it, so you know what, he's got no reason to change. If it's gonna keep working, just do it, man.
But unfortunately that didn't happen. Lands the bombs full there, takes game 2.
So game 3 for Super versus Mitsu.
You know, Super's been a lot better recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
He actually has. Like,
yeah, absolutely. He's been improving a lot.
I remember watching him versus Ixis. It was off stream somewhere, and like he was really close to taking a game. So like he's putting in work.
He got second at the most recent support smash.
Oh really? Oh, he did, didn't he? I saw that. Yeah.
Versus Owl. So definitely stepping it up a lot. And
yeah.
But yeah, and you were playing kind of woke here because your bomb confirms are strong.
Now, one thing I have noticed, Mitsu's not been pocketing the boomerang as much.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really letting him down. He's just shielding it or avoiding it. And because of that, he's not.
Because you weren't throwing bombs in dumb positions like you were versus Owl as well. You were keeping a good range. I think if you try and look at this and figure out how close you're throwing bombs, like in neutral anyway.
If he throws it, the boomerang, and it goes behind you, just run away and pocket. That's all you have to do.
Has he got that bigger hitbox?
Yeah, yeah. And the boomerang's going to come back anyway.
Because you're definitely struggling with characters who can get in close quickly and punish your bombs. But if you continue to play, if you continue to wait a little bit,
and I feel like
you get so much more mileage off the stuff.
Another punish tool that you don't necessarily have in this matchup.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe pocket release is frame 5. What happened?
You made a meme.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh no. I'm not on top of the meme game.
Sorry, say that again. What?
Pocket releases frame 5, I think.
I believe so.
So that gives him
Yeah.
a frame 5 projectile, which he can combo off of.
Yeah.
And potentially kill off of as well. That is
I suppose, yeah.
That is really, really like important for Villager.
Ooh. If he'd have fared in time there, I think Mitsu would have been dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good
That was
DI,
nice.
though.
That's
Hello,
actually,
Bright Glow.
That's
How are
actually
you doing
something
today?
Really, like, relatively difficult with Villager in this matchup. The slingshots don't destroy the bombs.
Oh, really?
So-
Oh,
See, that was nice.
the back
See,
shot!
now everyone's watching the
Super
stream.
gamer.
That was clean.
That was very
I love
clean.
watching
That
this.
was very
I
clean.
really like Super's like confirms at the moment.
Yeah, you were confirming really well in this game, in
Oh,
this set.
I like that tear as well, actually.
He mixed his timing up so
Yeah.
he wasn't going to get hit by the dare.
Okay, goes for the boomerang.
But see, like, you're doing a really good job of just waiting in your position and be like, go on, I will come towards you when I want
I did
to.
also say earlier, like, Toon Link, man, you know, like, when he sets up this wall, like, it can be tricky because Villager doesn't have much on the ground,
Yeah.
apart from Pocket and Lloyd.
Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Gets a triple turnip. I feel like that may have killed with single turnip, but
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, but here we go. Now, Missy's been setting up the tree at these early percents in this game, which he didn't do first game, and he only did at high percents in the second game. Axe is very good at low percents, but like, it's questionable, I think.
And there you go. He did the
Yeah.
boomerang on the way back, like
Boxing
you
on
asked.
the reverse, yeah.
Oh, and he actually cancels the boomerang with his own
His
boomerang.
own
then.
boomerang, yeah. Sometimes when you pocket with villagers, it will gain a bit more priority than like the
Yeah, see, that was a bit
Unfortunate there.
risky.
A scream of down there from the crowd there. Wanted him to go for it all. Oh, okay.
See, these bombs on the tree were
Yeah,
broken,
this is actually
man.
one of the things about the tree is it extends her boxes, which is great for villager. But once you grow it, you're behind it and you're
Yeah.
at a disadvantage. So it actually doesn't work for
And
villager.
Super's doing a really good job of keeping him at the ledge here.
Yeah.
Mitsu is just trapped at the ledge, and that's not where Villager wants to be. He wants to have that stage control.
Just hearing everyone in the background is great.
Like,
I think he's shook.
he's shook and he's playing Super's game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he's not controlling the pace of the match, Super is.
But yeah, like, Bobby is right. Like, the key thing about this was the fact that
I like
Super
that.
was controlling how fast the
Even
game was
I'm
going.
nervous.
Yeah. Okay. That's the other thing, man. Like,
That boomerang has so much range.
These bombs were so stale. Doing like
I'll
3%.
mention that at the end of the game.
Okay. Oh, he
Okay.
didn't believe in
No,
himself.
yeah, he could have actually gone for it.
He's scared. He's scared.
I mean, you can hear the crowd. Like, this is.
Oh, he meant to F smash. He
Yeah.
meant to F smash.
Yeah. I actually don't know what to say. right
I
now,
love
like-
the patience here. Oh, and Super takes it.
I love watching this. I love that, man.
Very
That was a
well
great
played by
moment.
Super Gamer taking the set from Luigi Mitsu. Very good. Wow.
I felt bad for
That
Adam
used to be
there,
a
man.
Classic Twitch streamer, but somebody clip that.
That was.
Wow.
That was good.
That was.
that was-
I'm very.
Oh.
I like I said, he was controlling the pace of the match.
He was
And-
absolutely.
Mitsu was doing that in the first game.
Yeah, so that was. Ow. Oh. So that was. I mean, that was honestly solid play. We're just gonna load up the video from Eve. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it on this. We'll try. We'll try. Hello, please load. Oh, fucking hell. Here we'll go. Watch. Where's Neural? Oh, I hate Twitch. Twitter is so bad, man. Where is he? He's over like here somewhere in the current picture. Yeah, look at man go. I've never seen a man get so hyped for a Toon Link in my life. That was lit though. Right. Does anyone have any other VODs they wish to view, or is that it for the day? I assume no one else is gonna want anything because it's only like 10 viewers or so. Let me check my Discord. Yeah. Versus Pelly at Meltdown. Alright, and let's watch then. Is that this one? Mate, which MD was it? Oh, you linked me. Did you? Oh, yes, you did. Of course you did. Whoops. This one was meant to be done earlier. My bad. Oh, it's a Lucretio VOD.
You go Pink Sonic, innit?
Oh. Pink Sonic. Cold Steel, mate. Well, we already know this is going to be hard, but... Shush burning. Shush.
That Monday Meltdown 100.
Oh,
this is winners round 2 between
get this Jim off the mic.
And Pelly. Sonic tendency to start off with.
See, I've got an overlay on an overlay.
And,
the game screen's so small.
I need a mic controller because I have to play.
A mic controller. Alright, that was so we're gonna try and sorry, before we go any further, we're gonna try and keep in mind what I said to you at the start about your landing options. Brad, don't. You weren't here when I already roasted him for it. SMH. But yeah, so you need to try and remain like low commitment, which is already really hard because Sonic will just tear through things. Luckily, you can kind of put a can there, and they sort of have to respect it. Like when you put your projectiles out like Gunner and you put Gunman or Can, and they just kind of have to stand there and be like, I mean, I can't really roll through this, can I? But beyond that, it's difficult because once you're in disadvantage, it's like, what the fuck do you do? Because he covers landings well, and I mean, we already know Duck Hunt isn't great at getting down, and then you combine the fact that you have some really bad habits landing, like personally, and then yeah. So we'll try and keep that in mind. I'm not gonna. I'll mention them, but I'm not gonna
commentate a bit before we get Crispy on the mic. So far, whoa! So obviously I wasn't watching.
So yeah, playing behind Cam was good there. Okay. So yeah, like as you can see, he kind of has to wait. That jump at him was kind of a bit risky. I feel like in situations like that where you've knocked him away, it's best for you to take a step forward and then, like, you know, to try and get more central, because keeping yourself at the edge is certainly not going to be good for you. Yeah. So that was just Sonic running in, and yeah, he couldn't take that.
Hello, Crispy on the mic. Alright, it looks like Paley is...
Yep, so landing on top of him. He should have really hurt you again now.
I hear Duck Hunt doesn't do a bad job against Sonic. Have a lot of things to interrupt Sonic's approaches and whatnot.
But Burning with a stage control situation. Decides to set up a can and a gun move, but...
Sorry, I'm just gonna go back a little bit here. So, you've got him in a bad spot. He jumps up. Now, he has only got a certain amount of options here. But he's above you, basically. So you want to be looking to try and cover his landing. You ran off stage? I don't know. I couldn't possibly tell you what you were trying to do there. Because you essentially just gave stage control back for free. Like, in situations like that, just kind of chill. Like, set up your stuff, but don't lose stage control. Like, for a character like you... A character like Duck Hunt, who needs to set up their shit in order to be anything close to good, you need stage control. That is like so important for you. So don't just give it away like this, man. That's not what your character does. Character just they roots themselves in the floor and says, like, particularly in that sort of situation where like you can punish stuff, but you don't leave the stage like this. So now I'm gonna bet he's gonna hurt you for this. Okay, so he doesn't.
I'd like to see maybe Burning, maybe sort of do a similar setup, but
Right, yeah, now he's got your stage.
Counteract the high approach.
But now we know you're fucked here.
Probably gonna get back aired a lot. Ah, okay, Pele messes up. Burning still alive in this game 1.
But he's jumping at Sonic and aerials. This is how you die.
There's the pivot grab.
Now Burning. Pop quiz. Why did you do that? Why did you die there? The answer's not DI. I'll give you a little bit of time to answer. In fact, we'll go back and watch it again.
There's the pivot grab.
If you guessed, because you tried to land right in front of him, you guessed right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we already know your character's landing options aren't great, but that's like absolutely the thing you need to work on. Like, if you want to just land with aerials, pick Marth. Play Marth and just land with aerials, because they're all safe as fuck. You can't do that shit with Duck Hunt, man. Play it again? Okay, we'll play it again. You're in a situation there. In fact, we're going to get the classroom out. So I believe you've... Yeah, you still had your double jump. So we'll go back to when he's hit you.
There's a spin.
Sonic is here. We all know he's a massive bitch and he's just going to cover all this space. So he's got all this. Do you want to just draw me? Oh, please. This shape tool does not work. So he's got all this space. That is his. He's ready to cover that because he's Sonic and he's got the enormous run speed. Now you're here. You're coming down here. You still have your jump. So that's already like a built-in mix-up you've got. Not only that, you have the ability to fade enough to land here on this button. Admittedly, you don't want to be there because Sonic is there. Like, that's dangerous to go there. So I can understand why you don't want to go there, but you still have your jump, which means he still, deep down, has to keep track of the fact you still have your jump. And I guarantee you he was still looking at it in his head, because I believe if you watch it, he doesn't actually commit to anything. But not only that, you still have your jump, which means you can go there. Again, it's still a risk, but these are all different places you can go. But instead, you've pretty much dead set because you're down here and Sonic is here, and you've decided you want to land about this far in front of Sonic because that's where you can space your forward air. Because that's what you do every time, so you're going to do it again.
Dash to neutral.
So he runs up, he sees you jumps, and he's like, that's okay. I'll back up again.
Left.
And you come down, and we can barely see it. But you come down, and we're going to slow this right. I'm going to remove this stuff, and we're going to watch this in 0.25. Now you can see the duck moving there. You've done an attack. You've tried to land with an attack, but because you're in disadvantage, you don't get to depict what happens there. So he runs past you, pivot grabs you, and you die. And that's why you got grabbed there.
There's the pivot grab.
It's gonna be hard.
Duck Hunt just light enough for that to kill.
It's gonna be really hard for you to learn it, because it is hard to learn. But when you're in a bad position, you have to kind of panic. Like you're gonna kind of panic and try and figure out where you gotta go. You have to just mentally think about it. Right, it's okay. I have these options. I can land in these places. This is why you pick certain stages. Against Fox, I like FD. I don't normally like FD with Ike. Or against characters with like poor landing options as a whole. In fact, I'm gonna load up one of my favourite VODs after this, because it's gonna show this perfectly.
I feel like Sonic probably benefits from this stage more than Duck Hunt does in this matchup. But sometimes you just gotta go with your counter.
That was okay, but like unfortunately you didn't have anything really to protect you there.
That neutral air looks weak, but I believe it does 10% with the sweet spot. And that's pretty significant. There's the rapid jab. Can't be SDI'd out of.
Actually, you know what? I've decided from now on, in the rest of this set, I'm gonna count on my hands how many defensive landings you do. And then I want you to keep count of how many times you try and land and like hit his shield with like with an aerial or something offensive. I'm going to keep count of the defensive ones.
It looks like you can, but you can't.
Oh, there's one actually.
Spring tricks from Pele. Fading in and out and up and down and all around as the speed highway song goes. Oh, nice from burning. He can, depleting the shield.
Doing better here, by the way, because these options, while they're still aggro, they're not bad aggro.
Not quite interrupting the combo. Okay, it didn't even explode, just bounced away.
Right, are you going to jump in and attack him, yeah? Yep.
Oh, falls out of it, but gets the neutral air afterwards.
I heard the dog yell, which means you didn't attack.
Okay, dash attack's gonna get rid of that platform pressure. Burning keeps playing as slow as he is. There was another
aggressive option. There was another aggressive option. You tried to jump and land on top of Nair. You tried to land on top of Sonic with a Nair when he was spin dashing. I know, like that's just matchup knowledge, but you can't ever do that. If Sonic's spin dashing, you leave. Just disperse from the area, because if he's not let go of it yet, he can still release that intangibility whenever he wants.
The air dodges on the platform, and Pele probably just reacted straight up to kill him via the back end. Oh, there we go. There's a can interrupting the throw combo. Gets the tech.
You just came straight at him again. Alright, that was good.
Neutral air. Shield all of the jab. The up air is pretty disjointed. Pesky duck. Ooh, okay.
That was really nice.
Trying to force a aerial landing, perhaps on the platform.
That was dangerous.
Oh, that's close. I think it might have straight up died to that. Sonic is at max rage right now. Not dying. Would have died on any other stage. Okay, there's the up tilt.
I don't need to count anymore. You're actually playing well.
Duck Hunt isn't the best at killing. But it's decently strong. Gonna kill something.
Yeah, you just landed on top of... What happened?
TV problems.
Oh, okay.
Most unfortunate.
Oh, you're struggling here, aren't you? Yeah, you're dead now.
Okay, and I think Burning might get back edge constantly now.
Oh, that was a good recovery.
This is it.
And there was an aggressive option off the ledge.
Got the forward air last time, but not this time.
A
And
nice aggressive option off the ledge. So get yourself F smashed. But I want to say, given how good Pelly is, look at how well you did that first stock. Right, let's see where we were. Yeah. So, given that this matchup is bad, and Pelly is straight up one of the strongest players in the UK, you were keeping this really even because you were actually doing a good job of not just doing dumb recoveries, not just doing dumb options. You were waiting a lot more, and as soon as you got hit, it wasn't immediately let me hit something on his shield, because anyone with a character with any sort of mobility is not just going to sit there and let you do that. They're going to move out of the way. They're going to watch you land with lag, and then they're going to laugh as they punish you. That's what I got at with Ditano. And people are going to, whoever's on the offensive at that point is going to be looking and keeping track of the habits you have. I am going to go find an old set from, admittedly it's my favourite moment, but let's see, GP, Carnage, Miller. It's grand finals. I want winners finals. No. It'll be on there though. No, shh. This channel is let's see. Winners finals, here we go. So we all know I bummed this moment big time.
It is now, but Carnage.
Are we here yet? Right, so it's around here.
That does definitely kill, and we share a stock. This is dangerous at this point because Jay Miller was in such a high percent. We shared a stock.
Oh, he gets hit by another up smash, but again doesn't kill.
Now
that one does. No, it
So yeah,
doesn't.
Asim's gonna die
Oh,
in a
no,
sec.
he's fresh because he died. Ike's just that heavy. Good DI.
Nice damage.
We see Jay Muller playing more of a support defensive role. He does not want to lose that stock. And
But
he
they
gets
get up
the
attacking for up
smash.
smash.
So yeah, so this isn't the situation, but I have been
And his rage.
I've been doing full hops and then landing with aerials the whole time because there are two situations where there's from both. There are situations for both the defender and the aggressor here. As the defender first. Ugh. So first things first is I've been doing full hop landing aerials as I can do because he's got a big old fucking sword. I've been doing that all set, you know. And Miller has obviously gotten to that, and he started grabbing me on as I was landing. So what I did is here you'll see when I kill Miller, I acted like I was going to land on an attack again, and then I double jumped at last second and watched him shield grab the air, and then I dropped him back at him, and he died.
Can he potentially find this space back here?
Miller fishing for a grab.
I like this aerial position.
Oh, could this be it?
Gets the grab, forward throw.
This was some trash teamwork, by the way, just got to say.
Gets the Thunder Jolt.
I should have died there.
However,
Roll. Right, here we go.
rolling around,
He did it! Now. This next thing is a common situation on FD. Whereas Ike, you do up throw forward air. And if either the percentage is too high, or you just miss it, and they can double jump out and avoid it. But then that means that they've got to try and land without the double jump. Pikachu can use up B to land for free. But Mike hadn't been doing that. He had been trying to land in shield because he knew he was safe in shield here. And I knew he wasn't going to do an up B. So he jumps, and I know he's going to land.
That's it!
Dash attack takes
That's it indeed!
Beautiful comeback for blue team.
GP and Carnage pop off. They are ecstatic.
So you see it. I mean, I'm bumming myself now. But you can see from both sides. You can see how as defender you can mix it up. And you can see how as the aggressor you can keep track of the defender and punish him for it.
Impressive finish.
And that is pretty much why... That's pretty much your biggest problem at the moment, Burning. Super, get out of here.